Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We are now in 5 minutes away from kickoff at the London Stadium as it's West Ham United against Arsenal. The lineups are in. We're going to discuss that in just a minute. Before we do, I'm going to switch over to my co-host, Gonzo. How is oneself?
Very, very well, thank you. How are you? Nice hat.
I've got a warm head.
Of course
Things you got to do in order to promote your merchandise.
I know. Wait until we do the Boxer short launch next week. That's going to be a very, very special build-up show.
I mean, you joke about that, and it's maybe not next week, but...
I know. Yeah. Maybe not in time for Leicester.
Well, the reverse fixture against Leicester, hopefully they'll be here. The Boxers will be coming, by the way. Don't know how we're going to promote them.
That's not going to slogan, is it? That's not going to be the slogan for selling our boxes on the box.
I don't know how we're going to promote them. We haven't really considered it.
There's got to be one obvious way, yeah.
It's got to be an ex-player that'll do anything for 50 quid, right?
There's a few, to be fair.
So,
there's a few.
There you go. I think
one sprang to mind straight away.
Who
I'm
was
not
it?
going to say. I'm not doing that. No way.
Anyway, we're going to take a look at the lineup. We'll do it now. Actually, it's on the screen for you. You can have a little look at it. It's unchanged from the game against Newcastle, which is unsurprising. Maybe hand force a little bit if Tadebo's not 100%. Mavropanos is not on the bench. We'll come to the bench later on. But Gonzo's an unchanged team for West Ham, which is Lucas Fabianski in goal with a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Jean-Claire Todibo, as well as Kilman and Emerson. In midfield, we've got Thomas Soucek with Carlos Soler and Lucas Paqueta. Then we've got Jared Bowen on the right, Somerville on the left, and Mikhail Antonio through the middle.
Brilliant. Yeah, look, there are two things. I didn't want him to muck around with the midfield. I didn't want him to muck around with the tactics. One of them we know that he's has been good so far. If he doesn't muck around with the tactics, then I'm very, very pleased with it. I'm particularly the composition of the midfield. It worked. Why would you change it? The only reason we even mentioned that he might change it is because Todibo, not midfield, but this is the defence. Todibo got a little knock against Newcastle. Mavropanos came in. Mavropanos very dominant in the air, and we was just wondering because of the set pieces that Arsenal was so good at, was it going to be a situation where he might bring in, the slightly bigger central defender? That was it, really. But I mean, he's not tinkered. He's not toyed around with it. And I think this is I'm more than happy with this team, mate.
Yeah, I am too. I think it was this is the easiest team selection he's had all season, really. I think even games where, previously we've maybe done okay in terms of a result, the performance perhaps wasn't all that. So he still had a little bit of something to do going into the next game, and quite a few bad performances. So the next game he had to mend it. I wouldn't be surprised if on the coach home or the train home from Newcastle on Monday night, he sat there thinking, do you know what? I don't have to do anything for Saturday. I can get prepared and I can just focus on...
Have a shave.
Well, he can do anything he wants, really, but he didn't need to worry about coming up with the solution because he'd sort of already had it. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the best training session week West Ham have had under Lopetegui. Because there's no tinkering to be done. It's the same as last week, please, boys. Right, you know your drills. Go out and do them.
I bet all the elastic bands are out, weren't they? All tied to the railings and tied around their waist. Run, they're boing, all of that stuff. It seems to have... maybe they stopped doing that because that wasn't working earlier on in the season, the old elastic band routine.
Anyway, the bench for West Ham will fly through. Areola is on the bench as well as Vladimir Soufal and Guilherme. Danny Ings is on the bench. Edson Alvarez returns to the squad and he's on the bench for West Ham this evening, alongside Guido Rodriguez. Andy Irving is on the bench. Ollie Scarles is on the bench. And Ezra Myers is on the bench as well. And before someone says, who is he? He is a young centre-back, a left-footed centre-back. And last season he won the Dylan Tombides Award. He was in the under-18s. Start last season, he was in under-18s. Then during the season, Luis Leao got injured, so he got promoted to the under-21s last season. So he makes the bench. So that's our substitute centre-back. Ezra Myers is on the bench. A huge congratulations to him. Yes. A massive occasion for him. He'll never get on, even if we have an injury at centre-back. Edson Alvarez will probably come on there. But still, a tremendous achievement to make it onto the bench at West Ham United. So a huge, massive well done to him. Anyway, that's the bench for West Ham, Gonzo. Happy? Ish.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. I would have. It's not nobody's fault. I would have liked Mavropanos to have been on there for that extra bit of something that it does look a little bit thin, the bench, but look, that's nobody's fault. If
It
obviously
is a
Mavropanos
bit. It
picked
is
or
a
not.
bit thin, isn't
Yeah.
it? It doesn't really feel like a Premier League bench.
No, it doesn't, and obviously we've got to our answer whether Fulkrug will be back now. I guess it does look like it will be Leicester, hopefully. So, do you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't want to be overly negative about it. It's that's certainly nobody's fault. The composition of the bench today. So, we spent a lot of money in the transfer window. It's just how things have worked out today. We're about to play a tough top team, and even if we had Mavropanos on the bench, it might not make an awful lot of difference anyway. But the main thing is the first team. It didn't make a load of substitutions early on, apart from the enforced one with Tadibo Mavropanos on 55 minutes. Aside from that, he wasn't making a load of substitutions early on. He left it quite late. I actually thought, it's nice that you mentioned Irving there, because I thought Irving came on and once he did make his substitutions, which was 76, 77 minutes, something like that, which is quite late. I do feel that they came on, in particular, Irving tried to sort of control the tempo of the game, which I thought he did really, really well. I just think at that point at the end, it was only Paqueta getting a little bit bored and thinking, I'm not happy just passing it around with the normal part of my foot. I'm going to try and do a rainbow flick and a Rabona and a back heel and a Cruyff turn. So I think he was quite bored with just to keep in possession. But I did like the way Andy Irving came in and did that. So there's still some nice things to like about the bench, no mistake about it. Yeah, a lot of them. If everything's going well, we're not going to see most of these players.
I think perhaps more interestingly is the changes Arsenal have made. They've made a couple of changes from their win against Sporting and Nottingham Forest, depending on which game you want to take. There has been changes from that side. In goal is, of course, David Raya with a back four of Timber at right back, and Gabriel and Saliba continue at centre back with Calafiori at left back. Jorginho comes into defensive midfield for Arsenal with Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. Saka on the right. Trossard comes in for Martinelli on the left-hand side, and Kai Havertz down the middle. That is Arsenal's starting 11. Before I get Gonzo's thoughts on that team, their bench is Neto, their substitute goalkeeper Kiwior, Zinchenko as well as Tierney. Nichols is on the bench for Martinelli. January is on the bench. Raheem Sterling's on the bench, and Jesus is on the bench too for Arsenal. So quite a.
So Partey got a knock, did he? I guess.
I don't know, and I don't care. So, but that's the Arsenal starting 11.
Yeah, it's really, really strong, isn't it? I know Jorginho is sort of, a bit of a bit part player, but a lot of the time when he does play and he's sort of parachuted in, he plays really well. I think Partey had been actually playing well, hadn't he? Up until then, Trossard, he's been linked with a move to West Ham. Funny enough, that if some bizarre swap deal, which I want no part of at all, by the way, where somehow they get Mohamed Kudus and we get Trossard. Not that I think Trossard's a bad player. Trossard's a very, very good player and more than capable of scoring against West Ham today. I think you might have more grey hair than me, though. So I just don't want to, that's not a swap that particularly interests me, that's for sure. So, just a really good team, Gio. Really, really good team. And they are dangerous. Trossard has got a real knack and a habit of scoring goals. Saka's in top form. Odegaard frightens the hell out of me. And then that's not even mentioning their set pieces. Unfortunately, Gabriel is not injured. He's going to play, and that's going to make them very, very tough. Mikel Antonio is going to have a tough old game today. He's going to get battered, quite frankly.
Right then, thank you, Gonzo, and thank you to you guys that have joined us. Please do drop a like on the video by clicking that thumbs up and get your thoughts into the live chat. We're going to turn our attention there now for a few minutes. Then we're going to be doing a little bet, but we're increasing the stake tonight. We're doubling the stake, in fact. So hopefully we can have multiple winners or a big winner. Grouch says Lopetegui's been smart here, giving himself the best chance with the fans in regards to the starting 11. Zach says Arsenal are confident and rightly so, but I really want to win. We owe them one today. Darren says our bench is a bit poor, but the 11 we've got out there should hopefully do us proud. Troz says we're about to play a dirty, whining team. Mark saying Alvarez can play centre-back if necessary. A different Mark, because 3-1 West Ham with won't score any time to get 400 quid. Oh, that'd be
good, yeah.
Mark, if you win that bet, do you want to join Patreon? Can we do a deal? You'll spend a little bit of your winnings on Patreon. Beneath the headphones saying, do you reckon Declan Rice will still be booed?
Not much. The thing
Bit of
is that
both.
if he is, a lot will be made of the boos. But let's say there's whatever, I don't know. Let's say there's 55,000 West Ham fans in there today. If I don't know, if 50 fans booed him, it would get far more headlines than 40,000 giving him a respectful round of applause.
If I was there, I would happily applaud him when he came out for his warm-up, and I'd applaud him after the game. But between the starting whistle and final whistle, I would boo the hell out of him as well. I mean, before and after the game, I can appreciate what he'd done for West Ham United, and he was the captain and lifted the Conference League. But during the game, he's an Arsenal player. That's how I see it.
Yeah, but you don't just boo Arsenal. Well, apart from Arteta and Gabriel, you don't just boo Arsenal players for the sake of it, do you?
It depends.
Do you always boo opposition play? I don't think you do you?
You do so. If you watch Liverpool play Real Madrid on Wednesday night, they were consistently booing Jude Bellingham. Liverpool fans were booing Jude Bellingham.
That's Liverpool fans. Come on.
And there was another Real Madrid player as well, but I can't recall which one. Perhaps it was Antonio Rudiger, which wouldn't surprise you. But I don't mind it. Anyway, I wouldn't start the booing. I would join in with the booing.
I think you sounded like you would start the booing, actually.
That's
You're
what I would do.
With your hat on, all incognito. Who's that? You wouldn't even know it. No one didn't know it was you.
Well, to be fair,
it was him. He started him.
Someone's giving me advice regarding my hat. I'll get on to it. John says set pieces will be an issue. Irish Tommy saying a huge work rate will be vital for us to compete today. We can't sit off and let them knock it about. Look, there's a correlation. West Ham put in one of the most impressive running stats of the season so far on Monday night, and we put in our best performance of the season on Monday night. It doesn't take a genius to work it out that element of the game certainly benefited us. But I agree with what Irish Tommy said there. We need to roll our sleeves up and get stuck in. Jeff saying, sorry, Gio, hats don't suit you.
Hold on, let me click back on the other screen. Where's it gone? You've taken it off now.
I know, but to be fair,
take it off because of Jeff.
The thing is, right, I agree.
Hurt your pride or something.
I agree with Jeff, to be honest with you, because I also don't think I suit hats. That's why I don't wear them. I only wore it to promote it. That's all.
I don't think I suit hats, to be fair. I'll give it a go though. I'm gonna have to wear one soon. It's not much hair left, is there? So yeah.
Do you suit wigs? just asking.
Okay, so
just asking.
You used to do the thing where you move your hair forward. I haven't even got enough hair to do the pretend wig thing anymore.
Just throw it out there.
My scalp is not moving on my brain's so big I can't move my scalp over the top.
I was just wondering if you suit wigs, that's all. Anyway, James said Trossard is usually much better off the bench, probably jinxed it now. Mark saying don't let them score early and we've got a chance. Lots of pressing and running like Newcastle game and we can compete with them. Michael says, I just want to see a good performance and a sign that we're improving regardless of the result. I have no expectations of getting anything out of the game. Anything would be a bonus. David said, I'm happy with the lineup. It's been a long time since I said that. Mark saying we need to equal those running stats from Monday. Danny says, as long as West Ham work, run and fight and give Arsenal a game, you can't ask for no more. And hopefully we will get a result. Evan saying it's a big game tonight. Didn't expect us to win on Monday, but at least... Oh, sorry, don't expect us to win tonight, but at least put a shift in. I think that's a general consensus. That's a general vibe, I think, from today's game and from people leading up to this game as well. Mark saying if Alvarez comes on and gets booked, will we have to sub him off? I mean,
I think that would almost be the end of it. I don't think there's any... That would be the ultimate punishment, wouldn't it? He couldn't give a clearer message than that. Lopetegui, basically, you're dropped for this. You keep getting... Bring him on. If he gets... Right, you're going straight off again if you pick up a card. You couldn't get any more clear signalling for the manager. I won't accept it. But the thing is, it's like you said... when we had a chat in the preview, Gio, sometimes you need to take a card. Sometimes you need to take a tactical card. The trouble is Alvarez is well beyond that. We're well beyond tactical fouling here. We are into... He basically gets the ump and then he picks up a card, and you can't have that.
Iggy says, hopefully we'll get right at them from kickoff. And Seeger says, first time I've been happy with the lineup in a long time. And lastly, before we move on to the little bet, Chippy says this could turn into a battle of midfield possession. P.S. I never thought I'd hear do you suit wigs on this channel. Don't rule anything out, to be
No,
honest with you,
obviously you're not.
Chicky.
Someone's not on Patreon. Yeah. As we discussed quite a lot, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Head over to the Naked. It might surprise you what we do chat about. In fact, there's less things we don't talk about than there is.
I got to tell you this actually. I was in the supermarket a couple of days ago, and a woman on the boop, boop, she's doing the stuff right, and she said, "Oh, you know," I said, said, "How are you?" and just made conversation with her. So, not as good. I said, "What's the problem?" She said, "Someone stole my bin last night," and I said, "Oh, right." She said, "You wouldn't believe that. Would you believe that?" I said, "Actually, I would believe that." And I told her the story of someone stealing your pumpkin. She said, "No." I said, "I'm serious. Someone stole me mate's pumpkin."
Video evidence.
Yeah. Well, I then did say that it was his wife's pumpkin. They left his well alone because clearly his wasn't carved as well as his wife's.
She was not my wife at the time of pumpkin carving.
That's the detail that's important, isn't it?
It is to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, we're going to do a little bet now. If you're new to the channel, basically myself and Gonzo will whack a bit of money on a bet. If it wins, we give someone the winnings. It's that simple. But you do have to enter, and we'll tell you how in just a second, but you will need to be subscribed to the channel in order to enter. Gonzo, is there anything you're fancying for this?
Wow. Yeah, I think Declan will score again.
We're not putting that in, are we?
I don't know. Well, but obviously not. You're gonna boo him anyway. I'll boo him if he scores.
No, you can have Declan Rice shot on target. I'll let you have that. I'm not putting Declan Rice to score a goal.
I think you've got to put us to win.
Yeah, because we didn't do it on Monday, and I felt a bit silly in the end.
Yeah. Well, you didn't laugh as silly as I. My little rant before pre-match rant.
What else you fancying? Bowen to either score or assist.
Yes.
It's got to be one of the two. Do you know something that would, if you want, that's okay, or do you want to put in something else and go for even bigger winnings? I think Paqueta card, because if Paqueta gets booked, he's suspended for Tuesday against Leicester, and on Tuesday he's got his betting heaving in Brazil.
Oh, are you suggesting you might get a booking on purpose?
I am. However, I want to make this clear. There's a big difference between getting booked for Uncle Bruno to win money and getting booked in order to miss the next game and there's a huge difference. Yeah. One's fraud, and the other one is clever
to get a day off
gamesmanship, if you like. I don't know what you would want to call it. But there's no listen. I'd rather he misses the Leicester one because I'm not sure he'll be fit to play anyway, given that he's got a betting allegation hearing.
You might be surprised, you know. He's got some superpowers with. He's made a stern start. Honestly, I think he is. Well, whatever. Put it on there.
Let's do that.
Digressed. Put that on there. That's fine.
Right. Oh, the odds have changed. Hang on. I still want it. Right. Okay. How many winners? £700. How many winners? £700 people? 350s?
That would be brilliant.
700 quids.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. If this bet wins, 7 people will win £100. Simple as that. The bet's not necessarily simple, but that is simple. The bet is as follows. West Ham to win the match, Jared Bowen to score or assist, Paqueta to be booked, and Declan Rice to have a shot on target. Simple, right?
Easy.
If that wins. If that bet wins, 7 of you watching this right now will win 100 quid. How do you enter, you're asking? Well, in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
Party time for Loppy.
Party time for Loppy. Get that into the live chat and you are entered. Anyway, in case people aren't too sure about the whether people get bookings or not on purpose, of course they do, because Colin was saying it's no different to when Beckham deliberately got some yellows for England to miss an easier game than a harder one. It happens all the time. It should happen all the time. It's good management. Just like Kevin Nolan always used to miss Christmas. Just get his red card. Boxing Day. I do not. I am Kevin Nolan. I do not play on Boxing Day.
Yeah, I like it. I
wonder if he's ever been asked, like.
Yeah, in an interview. Yeah.
Can you explain this weird coincidence every season that you used to get sent off? Just
we'd ask him. To be fair,
I would.
I know you would.
I don't know how I'd do. I'd build up to it. Make
straight
a joke.
Straight. I wouldn't even build up. First question of the interview. Let him know what he's in for.
Anyway, Gonzo, feeling quite positive in the live chat so far. Still time for it to turn a bit negative before kick-off, but it feels quite good. You're feeling quite good. I'm feeling the mood, actually. Everybody feels a bit more relaxed, actually, and a little bit more humorous, a little bit more up for this game. And it feels a bit like, as long as we play well, we'll be happy, but hopefully we can get something. Anyway, you've seen the teams. Are you still feeling... You're starting to feel a little bit footy?
It's a touch. I think I just want some. There's so many times this season we've maybe even when we've got a win, we've not had any promise. We've not known what we're doing. I would struggle to explain to you what Lopetegui's project is, what is his ultimate vision. I think as long as we see something towards that, you don't have to win. I don't necessarily expect to win against Arsenal. They're really, really good team, some amazing players. I think it's really hard to keep someone, particularly, I don't mention him a lot, but keep someone like Odegaard quiet. It's really difficult. He's going to pick up pockets of space. But if we can have not in just moments, let me rephrase that. If we can have passages in the game where it looks like we're doing more of the same what we were doing, particularly in the second half against Newcastle, I'll be pleased to then take that forward. And if you think, well, okay, there were points when we were in that game. What you don't want to see is him being creative and then think, what's he doing with the defence this time? Do what he did last time. Run your socks off. Try and keep possession. He's already done the bit with the two playmakers in central midfield. Don't try and defend on the halfway line and that sort of thing. If he does the 3 or 4 things which I thought made a big difference against Newcastle, then it should be an interesting game. And I think we'll have our moments. If we have our moments, I'll be happy enough with that because I do think we got we got some interesting games coming up. But what this has given me, I think talking about the mood of everyone in the chat and everything like that, I think people are now starting to wonder if maybe he's got a little bit more about him than we thought. We were a little bit worried that he just didn't have a clue, that he didn't have a mantra and he didn't have an identity. Now we're maybe seeing it. The fact that he's stuck with it gives people a little bit of hope. And I do think it is a little bit of a free hit, but he has also shown, and this is what I wonder. So if you start looking at his record with Sevilla and some of the other clubs as well, he is more than capable of getting a 1-0 victory against the big clubs, the big sides, if you want. Now, he definitely did that by having control of the football and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, I do think Arsenal will win today. I'm not going to change my prediction, but I do think we've got it in us. I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility that we can win this game. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I completely get you, and I completely agree as well. I also think we'll lose, but it's not like I'm not dreading it like I was on Monday night. I think we'll see a spirited display, but a defeat against a top side in the league who will beat most of the teams.
Yep.
It's a big game for them with Liverpool playing Man City tomorrow. It's one of them that they have to go out there, get 3 points. Leicester are currently getting absolutely battered at the minute by Brentford. They're currently 4-1 down, so that's quite good. I know Ruud van Nistelrooy is not in charge of this game, but regardless, they're coming into our game off the back of a hiding from Brentford after taking the lead at Brentford as well. So it's sort of good news for West Ham in that regards. Let's turn our attentions to the live chat, but before we do, just one point in direction of this video sponsors, Match Bingo. You've probably heard us talk about it before. You probably know about it. Go, yes, we know what this is, Gio. It's bingo and football. It is, but they're also very good sponsors of the channel, and they've got new games coming up in December. So a couple of weeks' time, they'll be launching new games on the app as well, which they're very excited about. But you haven't already downloaded it, please do. The link to do that is in the description of this video. It's free to download and free to sign up. But if you want to deposit £10, they'll give you £10 free credit as well in order to play. And this game in particular, buy 4 cards, you'll get your 5th card for free. There is a £250 pot up for grabs, £25 for first line, £50 for the second line, and then £100 for the full house, plus as a bonus pot as well for anyone else that gets a full house. Just wear it first. Get downloaded, links in description below, and we'll be doing an event in January. It's on YouTube. We're not going anywhere. You don't need to go anywhere. You just need to join us on this channel. It's not on Patreon or anything like that. It's in collaboration with Match Bingo, and we're looking forward to it. It's a little bit of fun, something completely different. Thanks to Match Bingo, so get it downloaded. Right then, Let me just see where the comments start coming into after all this spamming, which is good. We asked you to spam.
Good spamming. Good spamming.
Daniel said, I'm expecting a 3-1 win for us today. Score
Amazing.
first, get in their faces, piss them off, and we can do it. 3-1 to West Ham.
Can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
Let's just imagine. Let's just take a second or two to imagine if we did win this. I mean, it would be amazing. It would almost change everyone's attitude on everything. I don't mean like politics and religion and stuff like that, but it just would change everybody's attitude on what could happen.
Yeah, I might start to like Jamie Oliver.
Everyone might say, do you know what, Gio? Hats actually suit you. It might lift everyone. How Christmassy would it be if we go into the 1st of December, having beaten Arsenal and Newcastle? Honestly, everyone will be fancying us for Champions League then.
Yeah, I'll be singing that. Alexa, play the Champions League theme.
I'm glad I had my headphones in when you said that, because I think you might have, we are the champions. Yeah, she sparks off without any encouragement, that one.
Jeff says we'd take a score draw, but we could get hammered. I'm the same. Sporting says if from some miracle reason we do win, can we donate the winnings to food bank? Okay, this is going to sound really... I don't know what comments they are until I click on and start reading them. This is going to sound really harsh, but no. We'll give 7 people £100. It's up to them what they do. The reason we won't do it, we do loads for our food bank. We just don't talk about it. We've got myself and Gonzo have this thing. If you do something for charity and brag about it, you're not really doing it for charity. You're doing it for PR. So if you donate a £5 to a fund, you go, look everyone, I donated a £5. Look at me. You've really paid a £5 to brag, haven't you? Yes, people benefit, but you didn't really do it out of generosity. We have our boats, which we've been running since 2016. So this is our 8th year now that we've been running our boats. Hammers Chat make literally £0. We don't even make a quid off it. And I'm not even talking profit. I'm talking income. We don't even make a pound. Instead, people go down to the boats. Every single home game they're open, there's a cash bucket upon entrance. People put their money in. That cash bucket gets given to the Iron Supporting Food Bank. And so far to date, they've had over £25,000 worth of food and stuffs for families in need in Newham from the boats. So I don't want to say, look, we do loads for charity. We do nothing for charity. We give the money to John, who runs Iron Supporting Feet. He does loads of stuff for the family. Myself and Gonzo do nothing. We've got nothing to do with it. We just hand them. Well, we don't. The boats hand the money over to John.
We've surrendered any revenue from the boats and give it and just said give it all to the food banks. But the other thing, Gio, because I just think you're making a great point there. The other thing I just want to say on that, we've had a couple of times before where somebody has won a shirt. And then somebody has come in and said, why don't you give that to charity? We don't want you to. If you win a prize, we want you to keep it. If you win a shirt, keep the shirt, frame it, keep it for yourself. We do loads for charity in that sense, like Gio said, we honestly will. But prizes, keep your prizes. If you get £100, spend it on yourself for Christmas.
And that's a nice thing what you're suggesting, by the way, to give it to charity. I get why you're suggesting it, but you just might not be aware that we give money to charity. We do our bit. We just don't tell anyone, because we like to think we do it for the right reasons. Weddle says, I'm feeling like I'll never be happy with a good performance if we lose by 1 and score. I would call it a good day. Okay, so he's saying normally he wouldn't take it, but today he'd be okay with that one.
Yeah.
Fluffy saying Newcastle ain't like Newcastle. I'm afraid. 5 saying not feeling it. As good as Newcastle are at home, they aren't an Arsenal team that are firing on all cylinders. Fail saying, even if we are overrunning midfield today, we shouldn't bin it straight away. I agree with that, Phil. We'll discuss that in the Leicester preview, should that happen. Jay says, expectations affects how, but hope affects expectation. Love that. Both my expectation and hope gauge increased since Monday. The quality of performance is most important today now than the result. Paddy says we're going to win 2-1. George says if we turn up, this is going to be a cracker. Steve says...
George, you see what George is dressed like? I think George had nothing on but an apron.
Is he a naked chef?
I think he was like your favourite celebrity chef, yeah.
He's a naked chef.
Mm.
Anyway. Steve says, this is a game where the 12th man can have a real influence on the result. Arsenal have been historically mentally fragile, and if we make the London Stadium a cauldron, we can
Does he mean the referee?
Maybe. Jordan says, you heard it here first. Oh, we used to like them. Says, Myers should do a Reece Oxford. Come on and keep Odegaard in his pocket. Mike's saying, I'm half expecting Lopetegui to change everything that we learnt from Newcastle. I think they'll just do the same. Tanner and other people are agreeing with your chatbot. 2-2. Red card.
She was a clever girl, wasn't she? Or Matt. I don't know if you can say that these days, but yeah, whatever gender the chat GBT was, he knew his onions. That's for sure.
Josh says, well, momentum from the last win, home field advantage and the talent. If the 12th man plays their part, we can rattle them out of their boots. Come on, you Irish from America. The funny thing is, Josh, and I mean this politely, I'm not meaning this to be offensive. I could tell you were American before you put the flag there. Just the way you wrote home field advantage and boots. GP, thank you for the £5 super chat. It won't let me click on it because you've not added any text. But thank you very much for £5 super chat. Wish to acknowledge it and say thank you. Very, very, very kind of you. Bronson's putting his shirt on for this one. To be fair, I'm hoping our naked chef's putting his shirt on for this game and all.
It's very cold for that sort of thing.
Well, it's 10 degrees today, actually. It's quite warm.
Did you see he went for a double? He went with a double tongue as well. I don't know what requires a double tongue.
He's got a lucky wife, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's going to be a question on dating apps. Do you need one tongue or two tongues?
A double tongue. I'm a double tonger.
You'll be on there. No, you won't be. You're settled with your partner. But hypothetically, if you were to go on there, you'd be like, I've got a wig. And I can get you a cracking deal at Manscaped.
Oh my goodness, can you imagine? A runway down there.
And if you stick around long enough, you can stick around long enough, Gio might send you a free hat down.
There you go. Modesty. And what with the double tongs? Everyone's a winner.
James says, if we can keep them scoreless in the first half, they'll get nervous and crumble.
I love crumble.
I love crumble too. Apple. What's your favourite?
Apple, a classic.
Yeah,
custard.
I like apple. I don't mind. Sometimes I like a bit of cinnamon in it though, so it's more apple and cinnamon rather than just apple. Not too much, so it's overpowering. But yeah, do like a bit of.
I went once to a restaurant. It was actually a pub, which we renamed the name of the pub. Well, no, it was nice. It had lovely food, and they had a raspberry and apple crumble, and I thought, oh no, I was wrong. It was very nice.
It is very nice. I might make a crumble
with your new mixer.
Well, yeah, maybe in like February when I get fucking 5 minutes to myself, I might make a crumble. Until then, Aunt Bessie's gonna have to get myself down Tesco and get a frozen. I
wonder if she's a double tonger, old Aunt Betsy. Probably want to talk about her in those terms.
I don't know, but I like a bit of Aunt Betsy crumble or Aunt Betsy jam roly-poly or sticky toffee pudding. That's it. Don't like her Yorkshire puddings though.
Imagine if she had it off with Mr. Kipling. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's not the time on. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I went into... There's something wrong in my head. I'm sorry. I think things sometimes. Sorry.
So you're wondering if Aunt Bessie had it off with Mr. Kipling?
Oh, yeah. I do make exceedingly good children.
I was going to say, I bet they had exceedingly good sex.
Yeah, but I couldn't say. They're both double tongue, 4 tongues.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Now you know what the Yorkshire pudding mix is.
Oh, right. That's too far. You've gone too far then. It was all innocent before then.
Kipling crumble.
Apple Yorkshire puddings. Oh.
Thank you.
On Kipling, you've gone too far, love.
Thank you to Fluffy Python for the £5 super chat. It says, for all the good work you boys do for child. We don't do anything. I cannot stress this enough, right? The boat operators run the boats, and then people go into the boats, donate the money, and they give the money to John, who runs the Iron Supported Food Banks.
We've just declined our commission. That's all we've done.
We basically, it's the Hammers Chat.
Scratch our arse, basically, is what we do.
Branded as Hammers Chat, and it's sort of like our mailing list, if you like. So we've built up the fan base over the years, built up the people going, and people still go. But we never used to earn loads of money from it anyways, a few £100. And we thought, well, but we never got it all at once, so it was in dribs and drabs. So we might be like £35 for 1 month. So once we paid our tax on it and split it between us, it's not really. What's the point?
Couldn't afford any Aunt Betsy's Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah, that's about it really. So it's like it goes that £35 without being. This is going to sound like a dickhead move, especially at the minute where we'd grab £35 with both hands, and I'd be double tonguing that £35.
Wouldn't you just?
But £35 does far more. It goes much further with the food bank than it does myself and Gonzo.
Well, I think the other thing is because it's not going to us. Well, people were prepared to give more into the bucket because people love the charity. So they've done anyway. They've done really. We haven't done it, but they've done really well. John has worked so hard. John, I've got to say this now. John lives up in Cheshire or near Cheshire.
Not anymore. He's moved.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
he did until very recently.
When he first started it, and for at least 2-3 years, he was coming down from Cheshire to do those food banks as well, the Newham food bank. So yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if he's moved. He's moved closer to your neck of the woods now. Your neck of the woods. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just assuming this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's moved in order to run the food banks.
Oh, yes. So,
he's generally, that bloke's got a heart of gold. They've won numerous awards and stuff like that, but that bloke gives everything to the food banks. You know, come Chris Boxing Day, Southampton's an away game, but let's just say it was a home game. John will be outside the London Stadium in the snow, -degrees, collecting tins of food for those that need it in Newham. The guy
and he gets the kids' presents as well. John Ratomski, remember the name.
He's incredible. Anyway, right, back to the live chat. Guys are saying, where can I get tickets? Info for tickets on the boats. Email us, hammerschat@gmail.com. They're free. Do reserve tickets because there's a capacity still, but they're free. You just drop a few quid into the cash buckets upon entrance.
Or you can search Eventbrite and look for Maud.
Yeah, it's called Maud.
Yeah.
Where we got the name from Spencer Owen.
We did.
Spencer FC.
Yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah, he came up with it. We were at
Absolutely did, yeah.
We were at that
the kit launch.
with the rapper.
He was very clever. He was very clever. He could come up with things like that. He was very clever, very fast.
Yeah.
But it was the wrong thing at the wrong time at the wrong event, really. But yeah.
Yeah. Came out and went, yo. What's your name? Then I can't remember any of his raps now. But anyways,
I've watched some of his stuff on YouTube.
Have you?
I've got a big YouTube channel. There's millions of views. Yeah.
Because
he'll go into someone. That's what he'll say. Right, give me 3 names, give me 3 subjects, give me this, and he makes a rap out of it. Basically, that's what he does. He's very, very good at it. But yeah, it wasn't maybe the right thing at the right time for the kid. Do you remember the players came up and they were trying to keep the uppies, and they weren't even very good.
That was it. The players we just signed, so it was like Faguli, Cantori, Nordwright, whatever, were on the stage.
Nordwright, that's right. He could kick the football.
They were struggling to do keepy-ups. They were trying to do keepy-ups in front of the crowd to get us warmed up a bit for the main event, and they would do like 3, then it would like bounce off onto the stage. I forgot about that. Yeah, they were struggling to do keepy-ups, and you were like, "We've literally just signed this guy. This is our new signing." Yeah. And you 3-4 keepy-ups or something. That was it.
Brilliant. What a day.
Anyway, right, live chat time. People are now talking about Aunt Bessie.
All right. Well, nothing rude, I hope.
Well, Mark says that Mr. Kipling loved Aunt Bessie's pie.
Yes, he did, Mark. Yes, he did.
And then there's now quite a lot of spotted dick.
Oh, well, of course. I would be very, very disappointed if it hadn't turned that way, the chat, by the way.
Michael's saying that he'd rather have something to eat rather than spotted dick. So yeah, it's just been nice. Jamie saying smashing nice doing slot for charity, but don't like to talk about it. I think he's I don't know if he's taking having a dig at us. I don't know.
Well, it's the Harry Enfield stuff, isn't it? But that's what they were saying. But don't like to talk about all the money we give to charity, and we don't like talking about how generous we are. Oh. It's uncomfortable.
In fairness, we don't really mention it, do we?
We don't. I'm joking now. We don't mention it. What? When have we said it? When have we said it? Never. Never. Not probably not. The last time we even mentioned it was when we did the the thing, which I can't even mention now because it make it anyway. Whatever, not for years.
It was a while ago because I remember someone asking if we still do the boats. And I had to explain why we don't promote the boats anymore. But anyway, the live chat is no one's talking about the football. Let's get back to the football, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind. We've enjoyed our Aunt Bessie jokes and puns and stuff like that. Oh no! Now somebody's saying pie and cream. Oh no! It's
no that's yeah. You got to be. Sometimes my mum watches these videos. She's not. My old man's got it. My old man's got it on, and mum might be in the background. She don't need to hear any of this stuff. Quite frankly.
Robert's saying there's no Creswell. I never even realised.
What? At all, or just in the squad?
Well, he's not on the bench. So no Anna Creswell today. Oh, okay then. Didn't even know that.
Well, there you go. It doesn't matter, does it? But to be fair, if we're having to bring on Cresswell, we are in a little bit of a pickle. He wouldn't get used anyway because when Bissaka goes and plays over on that left hand side, and he'll bring Soufal on. So interesting.
Anyway, Gonzo, in the preview you said 2-0 or 3 or 2-1. You didn't really pick one, but
I think if I'm right, I think I said 2-0 in one of the videos, 2-1 in the preview, and I think I was having a chat with Mrs. Chat GPT. We agreed on 2-2. So I guess I'm probably going to go back to the 2-1. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 3-1. I'm gonna stick with 3-1. But anyway, right then. Carl's asking where Creswell and Panos is. We can only assume they're both injured. However, there was a bug going around, wasn't there?
Maybe they had a fight.
No.
They injured each other.
Seriously, there was a bug. There's a virus going around West Ham.
I know. I wasn't very well a couple of days ago.
Have they not cancelled a couple of games, the under-21s and women's games?
That's what we're saying. The under-21s have infected the women's team. It's just like Kipling and Aunt Betsy again, isn't it? What's going on with West Ham? What's going on at the moment?
In order to contain said virus, they've cancelled some activity.
Not enough activity, quite frankly.
But Connor has kindly updated us. X has said that Creswell potentially has. What do you mean potentially? Either has it or not. There's no.
You've got to cover yourself.
Yeah, but you can't.
If you're in the know, you got speculation is that Cresswell may or may not have a cold.
You can't be potentially ill. Either you're ill or you're not ill, right? Feeling a little bit ill. What is it? Potentially ill. Gonzo potentially has a gilet on.
Imagine if the medics were like that. They were ITKs and they just couldn't. They didn't want to quite exactly say that someone had an injury. Yeah.
You potentially broke your leg.
But you might be all right for next week. You could feature it next weekend.
Full crew, you potentially have an Achilles injury, but you're fine to appear on podcasts and game shows in Germany. In the meantime, Steve says, support you guys when you're really getting started in 2017. And if I recall, you purchased a microphone. Here's some additional funds. Say thank you for the work that you do. Hashtag 2 pints on me, Steve. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. We have purchased 2 new microphones recently so that we could hopefully improve the audio. And then just some on YouTube, a couple of people have complained they can see my mic in videos that I do by myself because my mic's in my screen. So that was the day that I started fidgeting with it to try and get it out of shot as much as I could. And I didn't realise, but it reset my audio. And then when I recorded it, my audio was buggered. Thank you, Gonzo. Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us, Steve.
To be fair, 7 years is a long time he's been watching us.
Steve is a loyal subscriber.
He is. I recognise his name. I recognise a lot of people in the subscribers list these days.
Thank you, Steve.
Bale saying, are you worried about Tadibo being healthy? Came off early against Newcastle. Mavropanos is unavailable.
No, I saw him training in the YouTube videos that not Hammers Chat, that's us, at West Ham. Similar. That West Ham put out on their main official channel, so I think he's probably fine.
I think it's a bit different, though, training in match day.
Yeah, you get points for a match, and training you don't. It's different.
Yeah, well, it's the same for Fulkrug. He doesn't turn up to either of them.
That's it.
But I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's not quite 100%, but fit enough to play. But we'll wait and see. Hopefully, we don't need to discover.
Nick's back. Nick's
You what?
back. Nick was there first, and then Mark wasn't there, and then Mark turned up, and then Mark turned up. We're talking about the green room, and
Okay.
Nick went. I guess he went for a Donald or something.
Are they both in Are they both in the green room at the minute?
They are. One of them's doing
Brilliant.
sign language at me.
Right, okay, now I can get that set up in a second. But Hammer99 says, well, remember the last time there was a virus before the game? Let's not hope it's a repeat this time around. And he's referring to the hiding we got at Craven Cottage.
That's right. Yeah, sorry, no, I got that mixed up with the food poisoning. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just-
Genuinely.
Leo said he's been watching since 2020 during COVID.
Thank you very much indeed.
People are now having a pop at someone because Tarquin said, are these geezers going to talk about football instead of hanging on about random shit?
No, fuck off, Tarquin. We're having a chat, mate. Go on, you're not welcome. Unsubscribe. Sorry, beg your pardon.
He's now just said, small little West Ham.
Oh, three laughing emojis. There you go.
He's pretty
I bet he's not
offensive.
even laughing at all. You know when people put the inappropriate emoji, you know. You know, sometimes people put a laughing emoji, but they're actually pissed off.
1 second, right? Let me ban him. Where's Tarquin? Let me ban him.
You can ban him. He'll create another account. He'll be back.
I can't find him. There we go. Tarquin.
It's not even. Let's be fair. That's not Tarquin's. Not his name. That's not his picture. And he wasn't laughing 3 times.
I've banned him.
There you go.
Even though I feel a bit sorry for him, because in order to comment in the live chat, you've got to be subscribed for 2 minutes. So he's made an account, subscribed, waited around for over 2 minutes just to say small little West Ham with laughing emojis.
He should have joined him with the Yorkshire pudding stuff. He would have been all right, I reckon.
Yeah, just honestly though, life is short. Go do stuff you enjoy. I never understand people that tune into things they don't enjoy, then complain they don't enjoy it. Life is short. Go do something. Watch a TV series. There's loads of good ones around. Watch a movie.
Day of the
Read a book.
Jackal.
It's 10 degrees outside. Get your apron on, strip off, get your apron on, get your one tongue out because you only need one. And
only one tongue for you, my son.
and I don't
Single
know.
Tonger.
Pretend you've got mates you can have round for barbecue or something. Maybe you can get your sister's dolls out or something. I don't know.
Barbecue. Like a Fisher Price thing. Brilliant.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. We've gone a bit wild. We've won a game against Newcastle and everything's gone to pot here. Right then, Gonzo, can you...
Yeah, I can. I'm going to go and do it
Let me click on that one.
Hold on. Sorry, you did one then. Yes, Leonardo. I watched Penguin. I like that. What's Tarquin is president? There you go.
It's so specific.
It is. I don't think, Lee, you can just get a single sausage roll, frozen sausage roll from Sainsbury's. So, what's he doing with the other 3? That's the question. That is
Brilliant.
the question. Right. So let's just get on. Hold on. I'm in charge, am I not?
Yeah. It's all yours.
Taylor Jackal is brilliant. It is brilliant. Mark says, "See you later, Tuckers." We'll see if we can find a football one, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll be doing. We've got to come on, you irons. We've got a. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't be clicking on that one. Rick Shaw says Kudus. I don't know. Maybe there was a question asked earlier on. Obviously, I'm sure you already know this, Rick Shaw, but no Kudus today. This is the last game he's banned. I think the interesting thing is, would he get back in the team? I think he walks back into the team. I've got nothing bad to say about Crescencio Somerville. I like him, but I do think Kudus walks back into this team. Nathan would like to see Fisher Price as our next sponsor. So would I. I think me turning the airwaves blue a minute ago will probably put them off. And what else have we got? Major, I almost regretted it. I clicked it before I read it. But you never know with Major. He said, I'm sitting in a pub on my own, absolutely pissing myself at that. Are you round the corner, Major? Are you in the booze around the corner, by the way? Let me know. Let me know if you are. If you are, you can come around and watch the match, mate, by the way. And you can, you can come and hear me swearing along at the game. There's a lot of Tarquin stuff. There is I'm just trying to look for more. There's a derogatory comment about Arteta. I think I might have encouraged that. Jeff says, Tarquin, are you still on your computer? Please come down for supper. Yes, Mumsy. I think he's maybe suggesting that Tarquin is maybe a younger subscriber. Andrea Ross says, come on, you Irons. Back onto the football. John Pickett says, Bowen on fire today. And let's just take a moment to appreciate that, because Bowen was absolutely sensational in the last game. I think everybody enjoyed Bowen's performance. Even Ali McCoist, I think you labelled him almost world class. I hear you, Major. No worries, mate. Enjoy the game in the boozer, and I will catch up with you very, very soon. Gio, you ready?
I'm ready, and so more importantly, so is Nick and Mark. Before we switch over to them, a quick promotion time. Gonzo, what will we promote? We've got Match Bingo, Patreon, Christmas jumpers, the hats. Pick one. What we're promoting?
Well, if you promote Patreon, then I get a discount on the Christmas jumpers and the hats.
Okay, that's clever. Do you want to promote Patreon?
I will. Yeah, look.
Go on then. You've got a minute, and then I'm going to tell you to shut up and bring the other two.
I'll do that. I've just wasted seconds of my minute just doing that silly little countdown thing. Patreon's a great way, and maybe the best way that you guys, particularly you, Tarquin, can support Hammers Chat. There's lots of different ways that you can do it, but Patreon is the best way. Now, it's not a one-way exchange, this. Patreon's basically our third Hammers Chat channel. We have a lot of additional videos on there, opposition previews. We have got our naked podcast, which has nothing to do with football. We have build-up shows. We have breakfast shows. We have player ratings, which is probably the best show we do. We have guest appearances. We had referees on, we had former managers on, former players. There's loads and loads of additional content on Patreon. There are 3 separate tiers, and we got a couple of offers on at the moment. You can become an addict, and you get your first month at half price, which is bloody good. That's a bloody good deal. But let me just tell you this. If you are thinking of getting anyone a present for Christmas and you want it to a West Ham themed one, we've got our own store, hammerschatstore.com. If you're a patron, you get discounts at the store. Almost, if you're being wise and you're being frugal and you're being thrifty, sign up to Hammers Chat Patron, get your discount, and then go and use it at the store. Up there for thinking, down there for dancing. That's the way to go, double tonguing.
There you go. 3 seconds too late, but that was quite good. And the code that you need to get that half price is currently on your screen in front of you now. Anyway, right, Gonzo, you said 2. What are you sticking with? 2-1? You're sticking with 2-1.
2-1 in the end, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sticking with 3-1. Anyway, hopefully, Nick and Mark are feeling a bit more positive to us. But before, don't go anywhere. Them two are here to provide you with commentary from all the action, as well as an interactive watch-along for the duration of the game. And I'll be back at full time with my review. If you want to send us a fan cam later on tonight, you can do. Just get your phone out, record it in landscape mode, and send it to hammerschatpatreon@gmail.com. We transfer it. That's important. We transfer it, because other methods, I click on it, says we cannot scan this for viruses. Do you want it? And I get a bit, I'm not sure about this one. So please send it via We Transfer. It just makes my life a little bit easier. Anyway, that's it for myself and Gonzo, Nick, and Mark. Over to you. Take it away, fellas.
Hello all. How are we doing? Are we feeling a bit more confident of this one compared to the last match?
And is my sound working? Is there no doubling up and echo? I mean, some people say my voice is the kind of voice you do want to hear twice in quick, rapid fire consecutive fashion. But those people are me and my mother. I mean, first off, like Tarquin, if you're listening, come back, mate. Set up an alternate email address. Come back. I won't be as cruel. I don't know why Gonzo was like that. I mean, I think it's like Men's Mental Health Month still. So
just for bants. Well, I was at this game. I was at the same fixture last year, so the 6-0 drubbing that we got. So I still have nightmares about that one. So I'm still a little bit nervous. Still, I know we did well against Newcastle. It was the pessimistic in me, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic. What are your score predictions on this one, Nick?
Lose 3-2. I think. Obviously, we all know it depends how we turn up. And the same goes for the opposition. That was the weird thing about the Newcastle game. The last watch along was basically us two just being confused about what was happening rather than happy, because West Ham turned up. So why did it take the players that long to realize that trying is a good thing, and effort, that's good, do that. And at the same time, Newcastle in the second half just sat back and gave us space. So they stopped trying. So I think whoever tries more, like football tactics,
Who scores more.
Yeah,
Should do
attack
well.
and try.
Yeah.
Then you're more likely to score. But I think Arsenal, if both teams attack and try, they are better organized than us individually. Like, honestly, I don't think they have much individually. They've got Odegaard, and the centre-back pairing is good, but still prone. They make a mistake every now and then. Saka's probably the most overrated footballer in world football.
Bold. That's a bold comment.
Well, if you base world football on including international games and needing to do something in a kind of final setting, then he either misses penalties or falls short of contributing anything.
So would you? Okay, let's put this out to the watchers here. Kudos or Saka, how would you rate them? Who would you go for?
Yeah, if there's a way for anyone in the chat to be impartial and thinks that Saka might have a shout over Kudus, and even if it's not only that he's a West Ham player, he's probably going to leave us anyway. So I don't say this with like deep burning loyalty for Mohamed Kudus, because he's going to go somewhere at some point. But when he does, I think also that will be evidence that I don't really know why I'm going off to a downer, but I want to say he's too good for us, because that's not really where we want to pitch things. I think he's a phenomenal player. I think Lopetegui's gone safe of keeping a winning team.
Good. I'm glad.
Like, do you see us getting anything out of this game somehow?
No, I think when I spoke to like a friend earlier today, I think we'll probably lose 4-0. I just got this thing where confidence, there's confidence, but obviously they've come off the back of a great win as well. I don't know. I just think when it's Arsenal, I'm much more when the London derby against Tottenham, when we play Tottenham, I always think we're going to beat them. So I'm much more confident. But Arsenal just seem to find a way. But we still haven't got Kudus. If we had Kudus back here, I'd be a little bit more optimistic. But if we played like we did last time, everyone played really, really well. Even Fabianski had a great game. Everyone was really good. But they're a team with lots of confidence. So it's going to be a tough one. A much tougher opposition, of course, than Newcastle. So yeah, my head says we're going to lose 4-0. My heart says, I hope a draw will be a decent result here, but I don't think we'll get anything more than that. If we do, then I'll be dancing at the end of this.
Yeah, point would be magic. Grelch's Nick and Mark arrived at the same time without incident. I mean, I think of the two of us racking up technical,
I think Tark would come back as
Bobby.
Bobby.
I think you're winning maybe 3-1 in that regard.
There's a chap called Bobby who's come back. I think he might be the new Tarquin.
Yeah. I did see him absolutely going for it. I wasn't even going to block him. I was just going to let him be, because I think he needs this. I think he needs to get this off his chest.
He's
I
very
did like,
brave.
if we're 6 minutes away, I do have some nonsense. I have some quiz questions. I don't know if a quiz would make anyone happy in the next 3 minutes of their lives.
I'm going to go for one question before you do that. What's your drink today?
Why? This is a silly question. Why do you need to ask? If you like pina colada, of course, it is a 2 measures of white wine, 8% volume pina colada, perfectly mixed cocktail. It's ready to drink. So
Guinness.
I don't know why they say ready to drink. Like so many drinks are just onerous to deal with. Not ready to drink. But importantly, let's have a look. So West Ham stunned Arsenal with a 2-0 victory at the Emirates Stadium on the opening day of the 2015-16 Premier League season. Who was West Ham's goalkeeper that made several crucial saves in that 2-0 victory?
What year was that again?
2015-16. Because we're on delay, I'll need to wait another 20 seconds or so for the chat to light up.
David James here.
With goodness.
Rob Green.
Oh, no.
Oh, Adrian.
No. 2015-16.
I'm rubbish. I didn't do history at school. The reason I didn't do history is because I'm absolutely crap when it comes to dates and numbers. So.
3 people have said it was Adrian, but I mean, I say Adrian, whatever. I mean, I could like my answers. Actually, maybe I'm. Hang on a minute. Actually, it might be.
I can see this is going to go well.
What happened is after Gonzo did his old ChatGPT thing too.
I don't trust that. I tried.
No, that's where I've done my thing, and I think it didn't fact check it properly. It's
rubbish. ChatGPT for quizzes is.
Oh yeah, well it was Adrian. So I've wasted 2 minutes of everyone's life at that point in time. As if this was okay. 95-96 season, West Ham beat Arsenal 1-0 at Highbury. Who scored the decisive goal? 95-96. This is a bit tricky. 95-96 is a bit. We were just coming out of the nonsense 90s years, and we hadn't quite hit the 97-98.
We have then Vaz Tays. I'm trying to think back strikers we've had. Well, we've not had many good ones.
1995. Showing your age.
Oh, 95. Jeez, I just left
school. 95. That's why I kept saying 95. What I'd say is, I'll just keep giving clues. It's easier than you'd think. Firstly, it's really difficult, and then it's like, hang on a minute, that was really obvious.
Dean Ashton.
95.
I don't know. I told you I'm not good with that.
So far, we've got Morley, Hartson, Zamora, Bilic, Rosinia, Kitson, Defoe, Dowie. No,
Cottee.
Dowie's the Cottee. There we go.
Yay.
So it was a bit. Yeah, that's the thing because he obviously came back.
Yeah.
Well, this is stupid. That was multiple choice. That's not helpful. Who was the manager in that 95 game?
Harry Redknapp? No. Pardew.
95.
I know. He's saying that. But
I just keep saying 95.
I just random number. Billy Bonds.
Correct. Spot on. What time is it? We've got 2 minutes to go. Here you go. West Ham defeated Arsenal 2-1 at Upton Park in January 1999. Which West Ham defender scored the opening goal with a header? 1999.
99.
It's tricky, but gettable. If you think 19, I'll give a clue. There's no way to get about the clue. It's when we had quite a good back three. And he was one of the back three. We played with the back three for about 1 or 2 seasons, not more than 2.
In 99, you say?
Yeah.
99. Ginge? Winston Reid? No.
Got about 5 seconds till the chat comes in.
I'm trying to think back then. Especially the back three's actually thrown me because I'm thinking of fullbacks. So Bilic.
No, but that's close. That was one of the back three.
Margas. Who's a back three alongside Bilic?
Sonny Ender says this quiz master is awful. I mean, master, but also this is ChatGPT. So if you want to do your own independent research and pop a link in the chat about why.
That was Rebka?
Why?
No, he was too short. He's too short.
Right timeline, right squad.
Yeah, because I think like Tim Brake was on the right. You had,
and I'm going off what I'm being told. If I'm wrong, then email
Ian Pearce because he was a striker. Ian Pearce was a striker.
Everyone has got no. I mean, in the chat we've got like Rios and Repkas and this and that. Everyone's Everyone we've gone through pretty much everyone apart from the one of that back three at that.
How about nationality? Was he English?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he's quite large. He's a large human being. We've even got Pierce. We've got Brevet. We're really going.
Rufus Brevet. Jeez,
We
God.
basically, unless I've missed it, we've gone to basically the entire Repka Brevet. We've gone
That'll be
through everyone,
Ginge,
but-
can it? Ginge.
Here we go. J Megatank CNC. It was Razor Ruddock.
Oh, Ruddock. Yeah, he was large. Okay, fair enough.
But yeah. Okay. Oh, game's probably starting now. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look-see about the actual game of football that we're supposed to be nattering about today in aimless fashion.
Okay, it is about, well, on mine, it's about to kick off. Oh, let me try that again. What was your score prediction, Nick? Did you say?
Lose 3-2.
Lose 3-2.
Yeah, and we are now 35 seconds in. Looks a bit gloomy and misty, which is a bit weird because it was a nice enough day today.
Yeah, it was at Stratford
I'm
today.
reading in my text-based information that it is gloomy and whatever.
Shopping in Westfield this morning. It was absolutely rammed. At West Ham.
Rodrigo
Bang around at
back.
the moment.
Hola, amigo. It's wonderful Spanish there. Rodrigo disappeared after Alvarez got sent off in the Forest game. I did notice that. There we go. Also, interactivity-wise, if the chat, as we can't hear it, lest anything come across, and we can only read about what's happening in the game. If you let us know who is the co-commentator.
Great tackle.
Hopefully, it's not Alan Smith. I mean, dear God. Who's the co-commentator? And if the crowd are doing a thing or the commentators say something annoying, please let us know. Thank you.
So, what's the bets Rice scoring today? He must be one of your goal scorers in the 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, I would say definitely, but obviously he got one in the 6-0. So,
Bowen attacking. That's inside corner at West Ham.
yeah, I
Yes.
mean, Souček winning it back. Nice to see this early on. Get a corner, get a corner, get a corner. Should be.
Yeah, it is a corner. I'm on 2 minutes, 9 seconds. Oh, you're
No,
on.
I don't think so. I think the ref got that complete. I think the ref got that quite unsurprisingly completely wrong.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. There's no way that wasn't a corner.
Yeah, that's bad. I'll check one back. Antonio, he's due a goal, isn't he? He's got to get one
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, again, like what he did with that Newcastle, that tackle in the first half, you just kind of think like, where's that been? What have they been? Why did they need 3 months to put the effort in? Doesn't make sense. But yeah, I mean, Arsenal pass it round, and we are very happy to drop and not press, which is absolutely the correct
Yeah,
thing to do
they're
against
not
Arsenal.
pressing the defence at all, are they?
No, that's fair enough.
Nick, are you controlling the comments? Because I can't.
Can't in what way?
But I'm not logged into that.
Yes. Yeah. Interestingly, yeah. I mean, there's at this point, as we're about 3 minutes or whatever in, there's not that many comments. So I take that to mean either everyone's just left and no one's watching anymore, or people are quite pensive, and that post kickoff anxiety against a decent team comes out.
Yeah,
I
Andy
think
has
in the
put,
first few minutes, like I say, we're mainly not pressing, but I think when the chance comes up, we seem to be pressing as a team.
we're doing all right.
So I think it's the best way to go about it so far. Because obviously the way Arsenal play, they want you to go on to them. So if we bide our time with that, just let them have possession and face it.
Andy Smith has just put laughing emojis when I said Antonio's due a goal. Yeah, I know. I kind of kidding myself there as well, to be honest with you, but you never know. Saka's bombing it down. Great tackle there by Paqueta. Oh, Paqueta's won the ball back. Paqueta's back. He had a good last game. He was really good in this one. Good. Come on.
Yeah, it's good work.
Yeah, are you going to start the clock? Oscar says. Can you do that, Nick?
Yes. Let's see. And then what are we on now? So I'm going to try and go.
Jamie thinks Paqueta's going to get a goal today. Well, we hope so, Jamie. We really do. Fingers crossed. Again, he's someone that should score more, shouldn't he?
If you like pina colada. Jeff says, also funny, Saka always injured for England games. Turns up next game. Paqueta goal. That would be nice.
Saka with the ball in, running at defence. Plays it through. Odegaard. Babs is on it.
A lot of space. Plays it too far. Overrated.
How many goals do you think a player like Paqueta should be getting a season? What do you think is a realistic target for Paqueta? It'd be great to hear people's thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no, obviously, like penalties aside, there's no reason why he couldn't get, let's say, at least a handful. Obviously, it depends what team he's in and how they're playing and the way we've been so far. You know, no one's really going to get many goals.
No, I think in the West Ham team, I think he should be in sort of 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like where we are right now, I'd just be happy with another Newcastle performance of effort and trying, because he was so just unbelievably far off even that 2 months. So if he's putting that effort in, I mean, you know, the Newcastle goal, the Wan-Bissaka goal, he made that by stealing possession. So if he just keeps up the performance, he'll definitely get, you know, every few games he'll get an assist.
He's got 15 in 98 for West Ham so far.
What is Rodrigo going on about? I crave what you are taking. Quite suggestive there.
Your drink.
Jeff says, would you keep Fabs in goal for the rest of the season? I mean, it's a game by game basis, but he's earned it, hasn't he? I mean, he's come in for a struggling Areola, so there's no point. Good clearance. There's no point putting that. There's no point switching that up. I mean, again, with everything West Ham at the moment, everything we do is so short term. Like there was that chat about will Evan Ferguson be joining us, which only makes sense if we have the control over the option to buy. It doesn't make sense taking a loan player from Brighton, giving him game time to improve him, and then just giving them back.
Bingo!
A better. All right. I don't think it counts if I say it. I don't think it counts if I say it, but yeah, we just need to think long term about these things. You know, like when we got dear old Wes Foderingham in, fair enough, but maybe think a bit long term. Maybe get in a 5-year-old keeper.
Whatever happened to Nathan Trott? Why has he never gone anywhere or done anything? Been around for ages.
Yeah, there's one on the bench. There's Meyer or Mayer. Don't know who he is. Never heard of him before. Obviously, some young under 21s player who's on the bench, number 63. Don't know anything about him. But that does show the state of our bench.
There's been no real action in this one so far, 8.5 minutes in.
No chances, no through balls. Yeah, obviously Arsenal are on top. They're getting closer and we're just sat back, which is fair enough.
Corner to Arsenal. Very scrappy at corner.
But this is always going to happen when they get pressure. It's inevitable.
Yeah, what's the news on Fulkrug? Does anyone know? Has anyone seen him? Such a bad signing.
Rodrigo says, what time does the game start? It started.
I think it's because the clock's not started.
I think, yeah, it is. I started it.
There you go.
I don't know what this is about, but the guy on the right who is drinking the beer, any chance we can see his toes if West Ham score?
Okay. I'll see what I can do on that one, mate. That's a weird request.
I feel so left out of that?
Oh, it's 1-0.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Gabriel, header, corner.
Yes.
And it begins.
Yeah. I know he does score the odd header, but I was stupidly assuming that our defence and midfield also knew that he scores the odd header. Not sure who was supposed to be picking him up.
No, just looking back now.
Why he's
So they're all at the back post. Gabriel's totally unmarked. Antonio was marking him. Antonio totally left him. So Antonio's back to his best.
Yeah. And yeah, he let him go around, and then
he just sort of jogged, running his own
got
player.
a bit confused, and then stopped.
Yeah, it was definitely Antonio's man.
I think the lesson is don't make Antonio defend corners because he can't. He did it against Villa.
Yeah.
And he's done it again. The old free header.
I like the comment there by my bluid is Gruen. I don't know if you want to put that one up. But yeah, this doesn't feel what we hope, I must say. We're 1-0 down, 10 minutes.
AD says we need to go at them. Yep, the sitting back thing isn't going to work anymore. West Country Hammer says good night.
Good night, God bless.
And then he also says want to become a more possession-based team. My arse. Bit of a fast show reference. James went with a Stein, spelled incorrectly, Jamie. Come on, get this. If we're going to lose, let's go down with a bit of spelling accuracy. Stein. Yeah, Lee Dixon is one of the most worst, which isn't correct grammar, commentators. If anyone thought we were just dull, boring retards, Lee Dixon on England games, it's really hard to do. If you try and do an impression, like watch an England game with Lee Dixon on it and then try to impersonate him, it's a challenge that makes boring Nations League games watchable because he's just like, and then that happened and that was good. So it's not really a northern accent. I don't know what his accent is, but it's really odd. And I thought that was very good.
Another corner for Arsenal. Let's
see. Good. 2-0 incoming. Yeah, Andy Smith, future West Ham manager, says one of the biggest threats from corners, Kilman, Tadibo, Souček should be picking him up. Just
yeah, he is. I mean, he does get headers.
Danny Slade, who has what can only be called a very what is that facial expression? Curious, inquisitive, questioning,
good punch out.
An eyebrow. Yeah, hey, it's not 2-0. Hooray! Not yet, anyway.
Well, they're still attacking. Arsenal still in
Danny
attack.
Slade's provocative eyebrow.
Free kick.
Newcastle kept his job safe, didn't it? Yeah, I mean, the next run of fixtures might keep his job safe. I mean, I know Southampton got a result. I don't know how they did that. Southampton are just so bad. They're just terrible.
I mean, that's the blessing. We'll
Southampton
survive just on the strength of how bad other teams are at the moment.
Yeah, I know Leicester have got a new manager, which I won't mention because it's in the bingo thing. But even though they've got a new manager, their players are crap. And then Wolves, they're not good. So get a result against them, lose to Brighton, Liverpool, and then he'll still be in the job for FA Cup round 3. Because I think we might even have City after that. I forgot anyway, but yeah.
How comes Leicester went for Rude and not Moyes?
It's shocking.
Such an amazing manager. He's so amazing. Everyone's clambering to get him. So everyone keeps telling me. But they didn't. Strange, huh?
West Country Hammer, do you mind if I make a bad West Country accent every time I write a comment? If you mind, I won't do it anymore. But he said 30 minutes in, not even put 4 passes together. It just makes me happy. I'm not taking the piss. It just makes me happy. My ancestors from the West Country. It's a fantastic part of the world. But I'm very bored because West Ham are losing. The score has changed. Oscar says, "Are you going to guys change the score?" I think it has, hasn't it?
No, it's still 0-0 on when I'm watching it back, but we don't control that.
Mine, so I don't really know. I don't really know what to do about that. Because if I go up on mine, it just becomes 2-0, and then people will start crapping themselves, and then I go back down to 1-0. A lot of people want the score update. I don't know. Sorry, it's not updating. Yeah. Anyway, AD. What is your name, AD? I can't keep calling you AD. That's odd. And also AD is rude. Soler was a 1-game wonder. I mean, 15 minutes in, we could rescue this back. Yeah, we need to get the name someone on screen. I'm Nick, and he's Northie. Sounds like a terrible comedy routine. Larry Heavy, goals galore.
Yeah, someone's saying get the score updated.
Language. Unacceptable language, DC. People's children are reading those comments, DC, and you just ruined their lives. We are still shit, it seems. We're not that bad, but we're just playing a good team. It's only 60 minutes in. I mean, I'm going to be stupidly optimistic until we're 3 down.
You crazy fool.
Yeah, so we're trying.
It's got to be offside. Some people, it's gone through. Lob the keeper. It's a goal, but will it be offside? Lino's flagged.
5-6 yards offside. Good effort, good shot, well taken, good pass. Fighting, we got that by winning possession back. I mean, as bad comedy got. I mean, Jeff, I don't know what you were going for there. Please, please, Jeff.
Yeah, miles offside. Defender stepped up well, but a good finish nonetheless.
West Canada. Is it? How does it go? Is it just I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key? Is it that?
Trossard's injured.
I don't know what's going on. Do they have
It's another.
Is that a replay? Have they got a corner? What's going on?
I don't know. I think they're just replaying the goal. Yeah, they're just replaying the goal while Trossard gets some treatment, I think.
Jeff says Jeff's doubling down on his pun.
And West Ham on the Arsenal on the attack.
Won by Tadibo. Let's just do the basics. Let's do the
So the stats are not updating, the score's not updating, and the time's wrong. But apart from that, these graphics are amazing.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna WhatsApp. So everyone, Gio says score is correct in back office, but behind on your stream, please control the score on the new drop down for now. Did not updating because the Newcastle game, the chats didn't work. The YouTube chat highlight thing didn't work. And I tried to let Gio know, but I didn't let him know sufficiently. And he hurled a series of abuse at me.
Quite right.
I don't know what else to do. I mean, he says control the score via the new drop down for now. I've only got one drop down below the clock. I mean, welcome to YouTube Tech Chat.
Arsenal on the attack. Saka with the ball now. Paqueta chasing him. Turn Paqueta inside out there. Bowen track back. Clears.
Yeah.
I hope it's not another Antonio jogging around up top game. Maybe he actually gets stuck in.
Or bring Danny Ings on.
No, he doesn't do that.
It's all Arsenal. That said, apart from the criminality of the no corner marking, they haven't made themselves a chance. So I would say that. CDC says, we've got a lot of initials in the chat. VWE, I'll take that one. DC says score looks okay to me. So a much needed vote of confidence from a usually very abusive young man.
Yeah, the score is now updated on YouTube.
Rodrigo, how's the match going? We're 1-0 down. And it's all Arsenal, but they have not been able to craft a chance. So it is going to be a lot of Arsenal play. There's no way we're going to just, whatever.
You also control the stats on your end.
Oh yeah, no, don't. I'll just do everything. You just turn up and look, get your toes out.
I can't log on.
You just massage your own personal digits.
Right.
Jeff is tripling down on his own puns now, and saying that his puns are better than West Ham's defence. Rodrigo's just going on about nice, fair enough, Rodrigo. How's West Ham doing then? Not great. Not bad. I mean, 1-0 down, 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
We've learned the lesson that marking is effective in a defensive situation. Anyway, this was all very distracting. I thought of something that made me laugh, but I forgot what it was. Where was I going 2 minutes ago? Any idea?
Ref. No, 21 minutes. West Ham have a free kick on the edge of their own box. Nice to get some possession.
Can't remember what I was going about. I was just about to go off on a wonderful comedy tangent, but I can't remember what I was going to say now. Let's refocus us on Danny Slade's provocative eyebrow. I don't know why that makes me so happy. It just does. West Country Hammer says, how many games now till he... No, I don't know where I've gone with that.
Yeah.
I think I went Indian with that.
No idea what that was.
How many games now till he gets the sack? No, I've lost it. Oh, God, I had it and I've lost it now.
Oh. The shoots just goes wide. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a couple of shots off. But it's very much counter-attacking football, as I guess you'd expect from West Ham. We're not going to go at Arsenal.
Elise Gardner says, hi, Hammers Aussie here. Chelsea fan. Shouldn't that be hi, Hammers, comma, Aussie here, Chelsea fan? Really? I mean, you might need to validate your presence, Elise. I only say that because if you look at the Hammers Chat YouTube, most people who seem to be females in the comments usually want you to invest £1 million in their startup business, which I'm all for. I don't mind doing that.
Somerville looks full of running. He's really pressing, chasing them down.
I'd say we're not doing that bad against the team that's been consistently trying to win the league and is in the Champions League. We are chasing. We're disrupting them a bit, but they're very good and they know what they're doing. And it would be 0-0 if Antonio could mark someone in the box.
Yeah. Another corner to Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, again, we did that all right. Like we had Bowen and Wan-Bissaka on Trossard, so we did the right things.
Actually, Anthony Newland makes a really good point here, which I agree with, and we've said this before. When Fabianski has the ball, the only way he can go is long. The team playing deep. There's no out ball. This is more Moyes ball, no different. Yeah, we don't like playing it out. It's really fashionable, but we don't seem to want to play it out at the moment.
Yeah, we did a hint of it against Newcastle. Rodrigo says, let's go have some cervezas.
Some what?
Cervezas. That's my full-on Spanish. A, B, C, D, E, F, G says, has Solera to touch it. It's one of those games where, for the midfield, they do have a lot of space to cover. So for me, I'm not that bothered about it. At some point, no matter how good they are, which is quite clearly very, I mean, they thrashed, they beat top European sides. It happens. You get to 25 minutes in, we do need to pick up confidence levels and want the ball more. And when we've got it, just do a bit of possession. Right.
Another corner coming in. Antonio's on Gabriel again. So we're going to watch that one. Oh, my God. They're wrestling in the box. And then
Right,
Gabriel just
Antonio,
runs in
come
front of
on.
him again. Soler, go on, break. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky. Nearly got to
Yeah, but
Antonio.
we got lucky with that corner, though, I've got to say.
Yeah. Yeah, Antonio was facing him, not looking at the ball, and Gabriel just runs around him. It's ridiculous.
For as well as he did against Newcastle, he's already looking a bit knackered. And it's not.
You can
cold
do
enough.
one game a month, you know that.
It's not cold enough for gloves. I'm not, I'm not doing the whole
Brazilian.
masculine nonsense thing, but it's not cold enough for gloves.
Someone says, is Loppy in the stands? Yes, must be.
Danny Slay's provocative eyebrow says, was having beers with Tony Gale and Dean Ashton on Wednesday night. Do you care to follow that up with any form of details or information?
Yeah, it must have some stories there, Danny. Must have a few tips for us or insights.
Jimmy the Gun says, doing nothing to lift the crowd will be 2-0 soon. Yeah. They've got possession. They still haven't created an actual chance. So we are fixated on defensive work. At some point, we're going to have to win possession back and not break, just not counterattack like madmen, but try and have possession for a number of seconds, like 30 seconds of possession, and see what happens. Because you counterattack and your hope is that you score from the counter, but if you don't, then you're back to square one. And I don't think we need to do that quite on 26 minutes. Oh, apparently it's...
Oh, dear. 2-0.
Okay. Unmarked on the edge of the area. Unmarked, Saka running in.
Trossard. So easy. That is so easy.
Yeah. That for 26 minutes of no chances. And Trossard wasn't the only one there. We could have passed to other ones.
Looks like my 4-0 predictions coming good. And I was being quite optimistic, to be honest with that.
Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Well done, everyone.
This feels more familiar, though, doesn't it, Nick? This is what West Ham Watch Along's all about. Misery, pain, suffering.
Odegaard unmarked. Saka unmarked. Trossard unmarked. Yeah, I mean, Havertz was also just begging for that as well.
Havertz looked offside, though. Are you offside?
No, he was just behind the ball.
Oh, God, you got to love a bit of West Ham Watch Alongs.
It's good. Dean Ashton said if he didn't retire 24, he could have been better than Kane is now. Yeah, Dean Ashton could have been incredible. Elise Gardner, if you are a real person, says, please, Hammers, you've got some good players. Dave B, is it me or does the Gunners kit look like an homage to Lynx Africa? Or does it look like an homage to a certain flag somewhere in the world that I will not say the name of for obvious reasons?
It's definitely Lynx. Oh, it's all Lynx. Everyone thinks Lynx.
Score is right there at the time wrong. No, but I can't help.
Arsenal are just popping this around. This is too easy.
Yeah. So
Somerville clears.
draw is now 20-1. Why not? West Ham to win is 100-1. Correct score. What is 6-0? 25-1. 6-1 is 40-1. 5-1 is 16-1.
Yeah.
So maybe quid on 6-1.
I wonder what 4-0 was at the start.
5-1.
Needless foul there by Soler.
5-1 is still 16-1. Why not? Why not give Paddy Power £1?
What does it need to be? Obviously, we're not fans of Loppy, of course. But what does the score need to be? How bad does it need to get for them to say, look, he has to go?
Yeah, that army asks the same questions. If Arsenal beat us 5 or more, he has to go.
And the problem is, this is what Moyes used to do. Like, it'd be crack, win a game, and keep him in for 3 more. So I think there's that West Ham have this rule where if you win one, you have to lose 3 in the spin after. Because that just seems to be the case.
It's just impossible to know. If we lose this 5-0, I mean, first off, that's one better than good old David. But because it's against Arsenal and because of the fixtures we've got coming up, I don't think the board are going to act on that.
I just want someone to
Could be
sign
wrong.
David Moyes before
Could be
it
wrong,
gets
but
to
I'll
that
be
point.
I guess. Oh God, the good pressing that we were doing is now
Not happening.
shit.
Saint Josiah says, anyone else beginning to feel like we only beat Newcastle because they were shockingly poor? Yeah, they were poor. They were bad. We were good, to be fair. We were okay. Oh, Andy Taylor we had a foul there. We were on the attack. Antonio beat his man, and he's blown for the foul.
Just doing Antonio
This ref.
a favour. Yeah, a lot of people are now wondering if we only won because Newcastle are bad. We did put the effort in, but
They were bad. They were bad.
it's just being told to sit back and letting in 2 soft goals. They were soft, even though Arsenal have obviously been on top. The corner itself, and then just 3 players not track through. Sebastian Tickleberry.
Love that. Sounds like I missed the man. Yeah, Monday was just a blip.
89. We'll do a typical West Ham and say, hey, Southampton, we are West Ham, need 3 points. There we go. They're running rings.
Yeah, they are.
Apparently, Arsenal penalty are calling out people who are tip top. Referee did not hesitate. Players didn't,
That Paqueta.
Apparently it was. Glad I put a quid on 6-0 and 6-1. What did I think I did 6? I think I did 6-0, 5-1, 5-0 because I don't mind betting against West Ham. It's not like, how dare you?
Look at
against
that.
this
Was
team
that a
that's
penalty?
terrible. Oh no, I did 6-1, 5-1.
That's a weak penalty.
Good. It's always nice to see Saka's annoying smile.
You know, at half time, we're going to have so many Arsenal fans jumping in this chat, giving it the big one.
Well, I mean, they've got to do something, right? You can only have a Tommy tank once an evening, and they're probably done with that. So as they sit in the bedroom of their parents' house, cheering and singing the famous and clever Arsenal song, which goes Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. Then they browse the internet and they come on here.
To be fair, they say that consistency is really important in football, and we are showing that in abundance.
Yeah, I just got to hope that I make money from West Ham today. I need Soler to be shown a card. That would be good. If Havertz, now we're already going to lose. If Havertz can score, I'll get a tidy profit. It's the only way to look at life, really. Is that how bad could West Ham ever be? 3-0 in 33 minutes.
Good penalty, to be fair. That was a great penalty. That's just in the post. He did go down like he went down so easy there, though. Lopetegui, I mean, disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. Yeah.
Glio bricks.
It was funny then, on that, none of the players on the edge of the box, that Antonio standing there with his hands on his hips, none of them followed in case there was a rebound. I didn't even bother.
100% immobile. That was, that body language was telling. Yeah, DC says there's no intensity. I mean, there's going to be even less now.
Ollie sat next to Tim Stuyden there. Stuyden.
Yeah, have a look at Lopetegui there. Vince says we could pass it to one of our own players. Cleo Brick still talking about Mourinho. I would love Mourinho in at this point.
Yeah, I would.
It would be the absolute tonic of confidence and arrogance that we need.
Yeah, he wouldn't take the crap. He wouldn't take this shit. Sure. Sorry, poo. Sorry for my language. He wouldn't take this poo. Oh my God. 4-0 here. It is 4-0.
In 35 minutes.
And it's Havertz. Havertz scores against us. We must be bad.
It was indeed Kai Havertz. Have I made any little pocket money from Kai Havertz scoring? Let's double check.
I mean, I said it'd be 4-0, but I didn't know it'd be 4-0 in half an hour. And here's me Arsenal, mate. Messaging me. Great.
There we go. I'm now £15.24 to the good. Wonderful. Life is great.
Cash out, mate. Cash out, because this is going to be a cricket score.
Well, yeah, I think I did 6-1. As soon as Paddy Bow released those funds, what is if Christmas is coming. If anyone wants to, I mean, West Ham draw is now 500 to 1, so you might get lucky there. Never know. Correct score. They're not. Oh, here we go. They're not letting anyone. Here we go. Correct score. 8-1 is. Now they keep locking them, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe Antonio's about to score a hat trick.
Oh my God. I don't think so.
Come on, give me my money, you bastards.
You can't take it out.
They're just always slow with paying it. DC says second tonight. That would be nice.
Yeah. Kevin says some fans believe that Newcastle was a turning point. Obviously,
yeah, someone said empty the stadium at half time. It might have been West Country Hammer. I can't remember. Andre says home 0 shots. 0.
Yeah, to be fair, I was at this game last season, and it was. I've never seen that empty at half time. People just buggered off, and I think it would be similar.
Harry Butler corrects me on the Arsenal chat. Old Mr. Pose says they're evacuating the stadium. Why not?
There are empty seats. Yeah, there's. I think you can see on the screen.
I mean, I wouldn't. It's all It's 6:10.
Hey, we get a goal back. Wan-Bissaka, 4-1. Comebacks on. All those
told you 500 to 1. 500 to 1. I warned you.
How did that come about? Let's have a look.
Yeah, I mean, Josh just goes for, this is great, but that was a previous comment. Brent says fans need to riot. See, Andy would take the draw. There's no, we've scored 3 goals in a game before. Why not? Because we just scored 1 as Soler passed it to Wan-Bissaka. So if he keeps doing that again and again and again and again, we've got a chance.
For again. Go on. Oh, block shot. Comeback's on.
I don't know. Francis supports another club. I'm loving this small club with big talk.
Declan Rice should be sent off there. Justin.
Francis, I'm not sure where the big talk comes in. Top Nana is just having go at his fellow West Ham fans. You lot are so deluded. You'd be slating Mourinho just as much, Luke, if you didn't get results you think we're entitled to. Where to start with that comment? I can't remember any West Ham fan saying we are entitled to win this game. I can't remember that in the last 20 or 30 or 40 years, but maybe that just passed me by.
Stat just came up then. Arsenal have had 15 touches in the opponent's box. We've had 1. It's quite telling.
Nigel Pepper says Yeah, my prediction is now Rice will score. If they are up, I'm not sure if Val is an Arsenal fan laughing way too hard, or a West Ham fan who's just lost his mind. As we, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kind of David.
Oh, what's a free kick? 4-2.
Told you. So I said 5-1. I mean, I said 500 to 1. You all laughed at me. You all said I was an ugly toad wanker when I said 500 to 1. But there we go.
That was such a hit from Emerson.
Rick Short says, "Who says we suck?" They still haven't paid my money.
Yeah, they're keeping it because they know this is that is such a beautiful free kick, though.
See, the draw's back down to 20 to 1. So if you put a quid on the draw at 500 to 1, you'd be sitting on about £2.50 profit. Are they taking away the correct score bet on Paddy Power because they got no idea? As far as I can see, they have, which is rather annoying because I wanted to bet on something like 7-2 or 7-3.
Something mad.
So technically, we're 2-0 down against, Champions League side. It's all right. It's not bad.
But it says a lot as well when our defenders are the ones scoring the goals and not Antonio.
AD says, AD, what's your name? Do me a favour, mate. Or come up with a nickname. What do people call you when they're being nice? See, now there's a bit of fight going on, a bit of argy-bargy.
Oh, who got a yellow card then? Gabriel? Saka. I think Saka got a yellow. Let me see what it was all about. Let's see here. Oh, I think it's because he's dived again. To be fair, Emerson did kick Gabriel.
Just getting through the chat, Danny Phillips says, totally irrelevant goal.
Maybe, maybe not.
Jeff says it's got 4-4 written all over it.
Joshua's gone for 5-4.
Could be a classic. If we get one more goal, then we'll only need another goal.
Lady's name is Dawas, or if it's Eastern European, Davas.
Is it Davas? We've got your name. We need pronunciation lessons. Is it Dawas? Is it Davas? Could be.
Emerson got a yellow.
Josh says we win 5-4. Sure.
Arsenal were just time wasting now.
Ross is correct. Gambling is a mug's game. That is absolutely true. You always meet people who say they're up, and I never believe them. I never believe them. Yeah, over the long term, I'm up, they say. Nonsense.
I reckon those people that left when it was 4-0 and then heard the 2 goals go in on the walk back are like, oh, maybe a bit early.
No, I reckon they've popped into Shake Shack and they're getting a delicious chicken burger at this point in time, and they're just forgetting the need to be a West Ham fan ever.
On Somerville. Chase that, he's got it. Unlucky.
Come on, let's have 4-3. Let's be
Arsenal
only one
diving around. Arsenal just falling over at this point. Any little tackle and they're just on the floor.
Yeah, referee's buying it.
Typical Arsenal.
I've got an Aaron Wan-Bissaka chant. If I could socialize and popularize this and make this singable in stadiums, it goes, Aaron Wan does whatever a spider can. Can he spin from a web? No, he can't. But anyway, look out, here comes Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So if anyone would like that as their answer phone message, then say email hammerschat@gmail.com.
Michael Bublé's crapping himself.
So there we go. Dylan says, could we convert Wan-Bissaka to a striker? Why not? Why not? He can control it. He runs with it. Not quick, but keeps possession when he dribbles. And Antonio is tired at the mere sight of a football pitch. M. Collingwood pipes up. Don't give up the watch-along job. It's not a job. It's not really. West Country Hammer.
Come on, another one. Oh,
Says wins it out on Formify. Toes been requested. That is true. I think you promised about 30 minutes ago that you would absolutely lube the bejesus out of your delicate little pinky toe if West Ham don't lose 6-0. I mean, people always say, don't bring up David Moyes, but we are actually on track to be 4 goals better off this season. And that's we just wanted improvement. David Shear says, I never want to hear that chant again. No promises. No promises. Danny Phillips has gone absolutely insane and says Arsenal do tend to implode, so we could catch up.
be some implosion that though.
I mean, the optimism is admirable, and it's a wonderful thing. I'm only here for the toes, says Dylan. Been waiting. I've been silently waiting. Imagine if you had been waiting 5 years, but you didn't say. You just hoped. And then now a fellow toe lover is onto the chat. And you're like, oh, fucking 5 years, and I couldn't reveal my deep dark secret.
Arsenal corner, 46 minutes.
Good. It's just what we need. Get Antonio on this. Hands on hips. The hands on hips for the penalty was really weird. And you might say, oh, well, it's like Saka scores it, so he knew it would go in, but just get him off the pitch. It's not the having a go. It's just try something else. Get Danny Ings on the pitch.
Elise Gardner says West Ham should get some Crystal Palace players. Which ones? Who would you go for?
Which what? I was reading the comments.
Which Palace players? Elise says we should sign some Crystal Palace players. I'm not sure which ones.
No, I would not. I mean, obviously, but could have gone worse. Could have been.
Honestly, the way Arsenal go down and roll around, there's such weeds. It's so annoying.
Yes. It is. They're terrible. Is he given a penalty?
No, it is some pushing.
I think he's given it, hasn't he? Has he given it? Yes. Okay, good. And a yellow card for Fabianski. Well, goal before half time. I didn't think we'd go in like this.
Did he touch him? Let's have a look.
I mean, they're going to need VAR on that to see.
I can't see. Can't see from the angles so far. From no angle can I see that he actually touched him.
No, from 3 angles, it's unclear. But if anything, they're going to say that means
there's 2 absolutely weak penalties. He's going to VAR.
Super. This is life as we are experiencing it. This is, as you say, character building. It is character building. I would rather be in this situation.
I mean, why is nobody picking up Gabriel? You can't have Antonio on Gabriel. We learned that from the first goal. So why is that still happening? Why have we not got a defender on him?
Philippo says, sell Kudus and buy a striker, or play Kudus as a striker. Would be nice.
Play anyone as a striker. Be nice to have a striker. We've not had a striker for a few seasons. So, Saka, another penalty. One of Antonio. He's probably sat down having a kip at this point. He's just not bothering. Yeah, he stood back as far as you can just because he can't be bothered to run in.
Yeah, Paddy Power still taking away the scoreline, the score predictions. What about Sky Bet?
And it's 5-2.
Hey, let's have a look.
Oh, a great game for the neutral. For a West Ham fan.
Draw is now 40-1. Okay, let's have a look at Sky Bet. Here you go. Correct
Season
score.
5 in the first half.
Correct score.
You got a hand to it as well.
What score is it now? 5-2. 8-2 is 16-1.
That's mad, isn't it? It's mental.
7-3 is 8-1. I think we might score 1 and they might score 3. So yeah, 8-3 at 16-1. It's not great odds, to be honest with you. 8-5 is 100-1. No, we'll never score 3 more goals. We'll never score 3 more goals. I mean, Dad's Army fairly says, guys, can you be a little more informative? But
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting pummeled by a team that we don't like. So I just don't.
Free kick. I tell you, Andy Taylor's giving every free kick, and not like weak free kicks for both teams. To be honest, he's not letting this game flow at all.
Yeah,
It's useless.
just. I mean, on his point, I think. Yeah, I mean, we're being as informative as just torture. Like if someone was tortured, like if you were going through the full range of TV torture that you've seen, like gangster stuff and like waterboarding and shooting someone in the kneecaps, and if you say, can you be a bit more informative about how this is making you feel? That's the question. I mean, I can be as informative as just describing this, sucking a void of mental anguish and pain at watching West Ham again be battered by Arsenal, who are a very good team, but the goals we've given them are just stupid. I mean, I've lost track. There was obviously Antonio not at the corner. Antonio not at the corner again for that penalty. Oh. Three players unmarked for I think their second.
Corner.
Kai Havertz running through and our defenders being nowhere. So
corner coming in. This is our chance. Come on. 3-5 as we go in. Comes in. And that'll be half time. Okay. So, Nick, what would you be changing at half time?
I mean, yeah, my allegiance to West Ham United Football Club. I would like to change that if I could. I'd like to go back in time into the 1980s, and give myself a talking to, and just saying some things never change.
No, Dad, I'm not doing it. I'm not supporting them. Yeah. So, I mean, let's talk about the players. Obviously, Antonio has been Antonio. He's back to his usual. Anyone else there you think's been really poor or good?
I mean, just finish off Keanu's point. Says, can we bring back some football grinder discussion? See if it inspires the boys to the second half. For anyone who was not listening on the Newcastle game, all we did is just rank West Ham players by handsomeness. Like we started off okay with fighting and with closing down. Paqueta was closing down, and we were being measured. So you could say the tactics themselves weren't that wrong, but it's just how we switch off. Like we literally don't become slightly worse. We just instantly switch off. The first goal was Antonio, just like the Villa Onana goal, same thing. So when people try and make it like a meme or a social media thing, like you had one job to do, but he did. He was marking him, and then they didn't have to run 60 yards. Gabriel just went round the corner, and Antonio got quite confused about what was happening. But the second goal was really the switching off. Like that wasn't a counter. They had the ball about 20, 25 yards away. And it's the same things we've seen before in goals we've let in this season. Why do our players not realise what's going on? Odegaard is standing there, 25 yards, unmarked. So it's just, the Newcastle game being one where we look as though we're pressing and then we just completely don't mark their best player, once he gets the ball, he just does a little dink over the top. And then, so I think we can only do, we've had a Lopetegui just, what would you call it, lack of motivation or something. And now we're probably going to have, hopefully, some subs just for a change.
Three subs. Loves 3 subs.
Just get Ings on for the sake of it. I mean, Paqueta and Soler haven't been that bad. But it's just like when people say, okay, good, you don't have, and we've got Alvarez and Rodriguez on the bench. We just don't have the right player. We didn't sign the right player. We've got 2 slow ones, Alvarez, Rodriguez, and we've got 2 play it around sometimes in Paqueta and Soler. So we don't have anyone with energy.
Yeah, I would. I mean, Souček's been anonymous. I'd swap him for WHUARS and Ings for Antonio. Might as well go for it now. Might as well try and put a bit more attacking into it, because when we have attacked, we have got a couple of goals. So there's no point sitting. We've been sat back. We conceded 5. So there's no point continuing that tactic. That's done, dusted out the window. So if we give ourselves a chance to get something out of this, but.
Catherine says you still haven't said which hammer had a dissolve. I think you mean disallowed Somerville. He was about, and we
it was well off
at the time. I mean, yeah, DC's clutching at straws. How shit does Rice look now in a team winning 5-2?
I'll take him. I'll take him back, no problem.
Yeah, Vince. Double whammy, crap defending, supported by most in-net ref. I mean, he is a terrible. Everyone knows he's terrible.
Yeah, we can't blame the ref for. We're not blaming the ref for this scoreline, by the way, but it just generally is crap. But yeah, passing. I don't know what our pass. I'd love to see the stats on our pass percentages. There, accuracy 71%.
Yeah,
that is not good. They've had more than double passes.
Or Moshe says no fight. Vinay says pub team defending. West Country Amara says who was top of the Ansem list. I went for Danny.
Danny all day long.
So if you think you've got any, and then by popular demand, Aaron. Did you notice? Spider can.
Did you notice, Nick, that after that chat on most handsome hammer, they've changed the corner flags for you this week?
Obsidian Curse says changing manager of the Borden Stadium. Yeah, that's why Dad's Army said, can you be informative? We have manager we don't want. We have quite a few players, if you start to count them up, that we don't want. The stadium is a funny one in that it still can be okay.
Yeah, I don't mind a stadium.
It could be something. It's just the players have to put the effort.
And the manager in it.
The players just have to put the effort. Kevin says Star Soccer on Sundays. Don't quite know what you're talking about. Chippy says 7 goals more to come, and we still won't be the first game. I don't really want us to be.
I definitely think we will be now.
5-2 down. 8-3 to me seems the most logical pummeling. Scott Allen says still watch us go second half, leaving in droves.
Harry Parker said, Northie, if you take Rice back after what he said about us, I have zero respect for you. Let me know what he said. Maybe I've missed something. But as a player, all day long. And
yeah, Devo, because this is the thing about the other manager. The inferiority complex we have against big teams. What was did Bournemouth win today? I can't remember.
3-1. I think, 3-1.
Yeah.
If we'd have won this game 6-0, we could have gone 12th.
Yeah, Bournemouth won 4-2 away, and they've already obviously done City and Arsenal. Catherine says, I'm a season ticket holder, but I couldn't go. Please, in second half, more commentary. Catherine, I mean, if we draw, Catherine, I'll tell you what's going on. Currently, it's just a living hell.
Probably it's half time, so not
that
much.
we're living through. So, Jeff says, I wonder if Loppy's in with the fans. No, I think he was at that last bit where the
screens are.
Yeah, where the owners usually sit.
Yeah.
Leo of your 2 criminal penalties, Antonio getting a free kick with first one, Fab. Yeah. Yeah. Kiwi Moores is not a West Ham fan, and he's come onto the chat. He's waited 5 minutes. And he's come up with that we are inferior to big teams.
We're not. We're not a big team. You know, let's have it right. We're not a big team. We wouldn't class us as a big team. We're not a European team, not European regulars. So you have to kind of realise where you are. But even for where we are, this is crap. This is not where we want to be. It's not what we were promised when we moved from Upton Park. And this is where the frustration comes from. You know, you sold a dream, and you delivered a big plate of crap. So that's the annoyance.
Not going to read that out from DC, but Megan says, from a woman, Kilman, Emerson, and Fab are in the draw. Shit reffing what we have to do better. What is about home games and performance? Low quality football management, where you don't build a mentality and you don't know how to motivate people. And when you sign players, you don't sign good ones.
Well, I mean, again, I'd argue that point because I think we do sign good players. We have signed some good players. I just think you have all this. You have these amazing. It's like saying, you know, you're buying Wagyu steak. You're making this amazing meal, and then you're putting some idiot chef in like to make it all. Like it just doesn't work. Someone like Mourinho would come in, and yeah, okay, he's not the attacking thing that we want, but we just need someone to come and get hold of these players because they're good players. Get them playing, string passes together, be solid. You know, that's what you need. We need
something drastic. Like we need. That's how you set standards. Is if you see something shocking, you do something like throw on the youngsters or whatever. You just do something. You show them up in public. And oh no, it was here. I mean, Kiwi Moore says, "I'm just enjoying the banter, lads. Don't cry." I don't think it's banter. It's just you going, "Yeah, West Ham are not even good," which is not really. It's not really banter. And
Can't argue that tonight.
It's just not really. It's not really upsetting. We like a bit of banter, but at least be creative. Sonny says he's Kiwi Tarquin, and Harry Butler says we're not big. Don't really know what that means.
Yeah. Brent Fraser as well. Losing by 3 or losing by 5 won't make a difference. Loppy will still stay until Jan. Relegation incoming. Again, I think he probably will stay till Jan. I don't think it'll be relegation though, because other teams are worse than us, even worse than us, which is crazy to think. But yeah, I don't think we'll be. I don't think we'll be relegated. We'll be down there. But we've got to find a good replacement. I don't know who that good replacement is.
Yeah, I mean, the league's so competitive. If we pick up a few results in December, we'll be like 12th. Okay, great. Vancon Fico, it's quite an interesting name. Sounds like it's out of Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or something. It says, we could draw this game, which is factually true. At this point.
We could win 12-5.
Exactly. It's all to play for. Mark says, surely Gabriel should be concussed. If I sing some Gabrielle, would that keep anyone around in the chat? See, now Kiwi's on. He's coming around. The guy on the right, that's definitely me. I don't know if it is me, but I'm taking that. Your toes were complimented, so I'm not being 2-0 down. In compliment sakes, talks so much sense. So that's about me. Wish Kudus was playing. Vancon Fico is such a good name. I wish Kudus was playing up front instead of Antonio, because Kudus has the attributes.
Kes Hamade says, rubbish. Mourinho wouldn't change this. We're slow midfield. Got away with it on Monday, but Arsenal are a dirty, hard-working side. Yeah, Gaza Hammer, I definitely wouldn't argue that Mourinho would win this game. We'd have any automatic. I think we'd have a better chance, and I just think we'd be tighter. And not just this game. I'm much more talking about Mourinho coming in, sorting out what's happening behind the scenes, because I just think, we all know it's broken. We all know there's crap going on. I don't think Mourinho is the sort of person that would take the crap maybe a Loppy would, who just looks like a homeless granddad. He's just, he's had a shave now. It hasn't helped. But we need someone with a bit of backbone to come on board and just grab these by the scruff of the neck, because this is getting pathetic. I rant over.
Yeah, it already is pathetic. Mark says Bruno Guilherme. That's a good shout. Something different. Tony says Paqueta at fault. Too much reliability. Not worth the risk. Yeah, that's it. Because the thing is, Paqueta is technically so good. So if you're not gonna turn up, DC is criticizing the cooking of the woman that bore him in her womb for 9 months and then gave him the gift of life. So come on, DC. Come on. Gazham says Mourinho would not change this. I mean, whatever. This is my high-level response to that, because I need to dream.
I don't think he'd come to West Ham. I don't think he would come to West Ham anyway.
For money, he would do that. My neighbour is literally knocking on my window laughing. Go and go.
Megan says, genuine question. I was never a Moyes out fan, but I wasn't a fan of his either. But is the grass really greener? We need a change, but this was not it. J-Lo's not. J-Lo's not. J-Lo's a like for like, isn't he? He's just a Spanish Moyes, so it's not a change of direction at all. It's just it's a redecoration of the same manager, unfortunately.
Make West Ham great, and we paid too much for Kilman. It's just it's confusing. It's a confusing situation when you see our players do what they do this season. Because some of the goals we've let in.
Kilman's having a bad match. Yeah, he's not passing it.
Stephen Honey. It's like a Captain Darling.
Alvarez coming on.
Bringing back Blackadder goes fourth. Stephen Honey is a fantastic name. It's just Stephen Honey. The manager is still learning. I think that's the problem, Steve. I think he shouldn't be.
Not at 70.
He shouldn't
You
be
think he's
learning
picked it up
on
by
the
now?
job. An ideal situation for a Premier League team. Oh, Alvarez, what did he do? Yellow card.
Yeah. So let's put this in there. How many minutes will it be until Alvarez gets a yellow card? Let's have your predictions in the chat. That's our second half game.
Megan says, is the grass really green? It's not about A or B, Megan. We have more choices than Moyes or Lopetegui. We have other choices. Dean genuinely hates Arsenal, as if the rest of us were just kidding about it. Yeah, but they won't win the league this season, so.
Yeah, they won't.
There you go. Old Davas says, are we allowed to factory reset West Ham?
That'd be nice.
Flag sandwich. I like a good sandwich, but yeah.
How's Antonio still on?
He's out of his depth.
I don't get Antonio being on this pitch. I don't get it.
Nevadius Wilbur. Nevadius is another.
Rice there just done an absolute big jump in the air like Bambi on ice. It was ridiculous.
I saw that was a bit weird. Nevadius is also a Game of Thrones name. What are they called? The Targaryens. Andy Smith says, Gabriel's going off.
Yeah, so is it Somerville gone off?
Let's have a look.
So you've taken off an attack. We need 3 goals. You put on Alvarez, take off attacking midfielder. Good work, Loppy. Good work.
Looks like Paqueta's gone to the left. That's
God, what
that's what I'm reading on my text-based chat.
Fabianski quick off his line there, because that was a woeful back pass from Emerson. He's nearly caught us out.
We're only 3-0 down, so DC wants to enjoy life, and he's unable to.
For West Ham, don't be stupid. That's never going to happen. That's what we do it for.
Craig Norton
Masochist.
says, sack. Mike Senegal, we can either throw everything at it and try and get something or play safe.
That's what I think. Throw everything at it. I mean, if it's what is the point of putting on a defensive midfielder, really?
Lawrence is 8-4. I'm sticking with 8-3.
Right, some commentary.
Light
Hey,
Ale
who's it
just says Starmer out. Not relevant, but why not? We've got bugger all else to talk about. Michael Nielsen doesn't see a hint of transition.
Ball comes in, cleared.
Nick says, Keanu says, how much can you lift?
Bench press in there.
Yeah.
Saka in the box. Cut out there by Emerson. Corner for Arsenal. We'll know what way this is going.
I can lift 3 toes.
Toes?
Yeah.
Can you get your toes out again?
Kevin Minton, now's the time to try something different, not be shit.
So 7 corners for Arsenal.
Can someone else? I mean, can someone in the chat? Can someone in the chat do the information stuff, text-based information? Because if there are some people in the chat who want to know what's going on in the game, then there are also some people in the chat. People always talk about user-generated content these days, so this is your opportunity to write bit by bit what you see happening and what you think about it. Because I just can't be bothered because West Ham are shit. We're so bad. We're shit. We're losing. So
Corner carrying Arsenal header over the bar.
there you go. See, only one of us needs to do it. Well,
Bang it out.
I look forward to Sky Sports app all being about Arteta saying, "We are so good."
Oh, Antonio, you're so crap. Can't hold a ball, can't pass. Get him off. They start playing with 10 men with Antonio.
Would you have Liverpool or Arsenal to win the league?
Liverpool all day long. Yeah.
I mean, I think they will anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think the only thing that could mess them up is when it gets close to the edge and they haven't sorted out the contracts, but for Salah and Van Dijk. But if they're playing for a contract, then
yeah, I mean they play us in, is it Boxing Day or either side of Christmas, something or other. So obviously that gives them 3 points. If they beat City, they're going to get a decent lead ahead. And we haven't.
Say this, stop the game here. I have no idea why. What happened?
I don't know. Something because we're too shit. And he said that is it. He said
what happened there? Why he stopped that?
Through shitness. He's called it off.
It's weird.
If they did a stadium announcement, if he went over and grabbed the microphone and said, "I've now called this game off," and everyone can just go home.
Saka attacking again. Emerson on him.
Now, James Allen, not the old Formula One commentator, could it get to a point where he walks? No, because he's never going to say goodbye to the money, is he?
No.
See, this is how I feel. So if anyone's like, "Oh, why are you not saying what's happening on the pitch?" is because my feeling is being echoed here and vice versa by Danny Phillips. So we're crap. Stupid. It's nonsense. Anthony Melman says, "Can we have a treble sacking?" Oh, God. Let's do a nice stretch. I did play old man football this morning, and we had a cup game against a team that were top of the league, 2 leagues above us, and we got absolutely pasted.
What was the score?
I lost count. It might have been 6-0. I stopped caring. So, yeah, that's been my day. So, like, personally and West Ham, I'm now down like 11-2 in the game of football.
It's not been a great day for you then, is it?
Oh,
You've had a crap day from start to finish.
The highlight of the day is I've made, but not yet eaten. I'll eat it after this. I've made a spaghetti bolognese because even as someone who loves home cooking, I was only informed that an authentic way to make the old bolognese is with milk. So you use the concentrated stuff. Another Arsenal player's dead. I missed that. What happened to him?
Oh, I don't
Oh, no,
know.
that was replay.
Weak penalties.
Yeah, you can actually slow cook it with milk in the bolognese. If we have any Italians, anyone of Italian origin or ancestry in the chat, please let me know what you think about slow cooking bolognese sauce with milk. So I've got that to go. It's basically the highlight of the day.
Anthony Taylor. There's so many fouls in this game. It's ridiculous.
Jan R. Hansen, making it through the second half. Yeah, Bowman terrible. I would never say that, but James says, see that Kretinsky has what is going to increase his share in the post office.
Shot from West Ham.
Yes.
Newsflash.
Fucking back.
Miles over, but
Ross is travel dropping. I went to Bologna last month. You haven't answered my question then, Ross. You must have had a bolognese. If you didn't, let's get into that. But you must have done. Did you inquire as to how they cooked it? Did they
bolognese in Italy? Didn't rate it.
Nonsense.
No, it's too watery. Weren't thick enough.
Run says he who's obsessed with pie and mash. You just discounted yourself from any food on the continent. No, there wasn't even any pie and gravy.
Pie and mash is the best, to be fair. And Arsenal on the attack. Ross coming in. Good clearance there.
Michael says take Antonio out and play false nine. You've answered your own question there, Mike. Antonio is a false nine, and he's not. Number 9. He's a big pile of poo.
Keeper's gone for it. Keeper's gone for a shot.
Milk. What have you got against Arla milk? It's quite a random hate. I'd like to know more. What's wrong with Arla milk? Spud Farmer, best mates with West Country Hammer, says Ings hat trick.
Bring on Guillermo.
Guillermo?
Yeah, I know, not Guilherme. Guillermo. West Ham. Tadebo's not really been. Again, Tadebo's just had a shocking pass there.
As long as at least you guys can take the banter. I mean, we're okay. I don't mind.
Just wide.
We'll be your human punching bags.
Save.
See, I think this is good banter because DC says, Keanu, I can lift your sister, then lower her rapidly. That's a lot of weight.
Wasn't a save. It was deflected.
I'm just reading out comment. I'm not condoning them. I'm not condoning that. I just read it out. Oh, look at that from Obsidian. We have transitioned. Loppy has cut our balls off. I'm just reading these out, not condoning them.
Saka, marauding.
Keanu says we both provide second-class delivery. You've dropped your standards, Keanu. Bring on a fan as a sub. We should do that. I mean, football in 50 or 60 years will probably do that anyway.
Oh, Anthony Taylor, bugger off.
Oh, an Arsenal player was touched physically. Trossard made contact with a West Ham footballer and must be rewarded. Are they going to explain what happened? No.
Substitution for Arsenal.
God.
Zinchenko on. Kiwior.
See, Steve brings up the whole, take time. We've just started anew. We don't think it's instant. It's not that, is it? It's just the basics being done badly. Again and again and again. Keanu says he never had standards to begin with. Just like this West Ham team. Come on, don't talk yourself down. Let me do that. Hammer Time brings up the confusing Arla milk thing. Just hating Arla milk. I don't drink Arla milk anyway, because I'm a posh twat. So I drink Sainsbury's Taste the Difference Jersey milk, and it helps me lift people's sisters.
I'm surprised you don't have a cow out back and you just milk it every morning.
We're going on about Keanu's sister again.
Soler, come on, Soler. In the box.
Come on, Soler, hat trick. Come on, mate.
Just blocked out.
Oh, almost so close. Almost got an assist there. Yeah, the other thing about Steve's comment that Dylan replies is that managers need something to show. And Lopetegui had a good season with an existingly very good team, and then he got worse with them. That's all he's done. So, if you're going to do it, like, it's a very good point to bring up, and I'm glad you did. So we have something to talk about, Steve. But to bring up the Arteta thing, he's also was an ex-Arsenal player, and he was under Guardiola for long enough. So you'd think there's something to go on. And the ex-player thing is massive. If you find an ex-player willing to be a manager, that's their credit, and that's you think they might get this, they might get us, the players, whatever. Lopetegui has no credit, nothing in the bank, no link to us. No one cares about him. So we're not beholden to just keep him on because a bad mistake has been made.
James says, is there a point to go 4-4-2? No, I love a 4-4-2, Nick, as you know, but no, it will never happen. Saka. Antonio's tracked back and actually
lost possession again. T's retro, take away the stupid penalty, we'd only be one down. Yeah. And then Dave Thorogood. It's about heart and desire teams weak and pathetic.
Shot saved by Fabianski.
Yeah, because for all the heart and desire we showed against Newcastle, it could have been different. Isaac had that offside goal and then missed one he should have scored.
A lot of ifs going on. That's a problem.
I mean, Dad's Army is just baiting us at this point. Rage baiting us about Southgate. Nonsense. Not biting. Gazhammer's gone for Sacco milks everything.
Saka has the ball out wide into the box again. Oh.
I mean, this half, we're drawing 0-0, so that's transition.
Saka's down, rolling around in pain, which probably means no pain whatsoever.
Desperately and painful with a massive, rapid recovery time.
And he kicked Emerson. That wasn't no hint of a foul, just off balance.
Dylan is bringing up win percentage references. I thank you, Dylan. I thank you, Dylan, for your contribution and your stat referencing.
I mean, Arsenal have had 6 shots on target and scored 5. So that doesn't say much about Fabs in this game.
Dad's Army 1, 2, 3, 4 is just insisting that he's genuine on the Southgate situation. DCS hope it's serious for Saka.
30 minutes to go.
I mean, I guess it's good someone has an opposing view. Steve seems to still think there's something there.
Ay.
We need new midfielders, and we need either to play Kudus up top or get Evan Ferguson. Dave Cook says Nick and Claret and Booze will be interesting later. Yeah, I mean he'll be very
animated.
He'll be very annoyed, but just imagining what other people say because there's nothing to talk about. People did call this one a free hit. Leicester, I think Leicester's another Newcastle game. It's another 2 more games to go.
Corner's come in. Oh, absolutely shinned it. Paqueta's put that back out for a corner. Under no pressure. Brent says, Antonio is awful, unbearable to watch. Him starting symbolises our ambition. Yeah, 100% agree with that, Brent. Rice with another corner.
Yes, I mean, fair enough, Dylan. You can keep the stats coming. Yes, Brent and Andy are just annoyed with Antonio.
Oh, Antonio's just fallen over, running forward. Honestly, he's a joke now. He is an absolute joke of a player.
Yeah, as Vince says, Antonio is 35 and 28th of March. I looked that up last game, and I'm just going to keep saying it relentlessly. James Allen, do you think Kilman's bought from captaincy credentials? He's a confusing one because he has good games and then he forgets to defend. Like let's say the Chris Wood goal. I don't know what it takes.
Odegaard's rolling around. Oh, he's been murdered for nothing. I love diving around Arsenal.
Ising's coming on.
Can't see it yet. Yes, he is.
This is primed for a hat trick.
Imagine. Just imagine.
Yeah, it's not Antonio's fault. Like Harry makes the point, like it's not Antonio's fault we bought.
And Soufal coming on as well.
We're not saying it's his fault. We're not saying it's Antonio's fault. We're saying it's the club's fault that we are incapable of buying a striker. Why not make Sullivan the next manager? Yes, I agree with this. I would love that. Obviously, it won't happen. But he should do something. I think they've been 100% silent this entire season. I think last season, when it was about getting up to this time last year, I think they came out with words about Moyes. I can't be bothered remembering what they were. But this season, I think the best they've done is put out a few words to the media through their couple of trusted reporters as like reporting, it seems the owners think. I haven't actually made a direct quote about the football club they own for about 6 months. If I had to guess, if anyone's bored enough to research this or look it up, I think the last quote they've actually said in words is when Moyes left and they did the whole, we thank him for his time. I don't think they've come out, club website, club social media, any media, to actually say anything. Like, for example, about Lopetegui.
Mark Watson posts a good question. Is Areola back for Leicester? Would you swap him over, Nick?
Yes.
Think about it. Take your time.
He could have another bad game, but I still believe in his shot stopping capabilities. I think that much he's proven himself in.
He's had a shocker, to be fair, Fabianski, but then so is everyone.
Jana Hansen, at least I'm not miserable alone.
Welcome to Club Misery.
Dylan says about Antonio. Yeah, the management issue. Just the same thing. Antonio put in the effort against Newcastle. Apart from that, he's too old.
You don't score goals.
Start every game. Who's starting for West Ham again? It's Antonio. Oh, is that because he's on a good run of form? No. Oh. And it's like the other team thing. It's like, let alone how shit we are on the manager. If you're the other team, if you're a fit, strong centre-back and you see 34-year-old Antonio, you're not worried.
No, I'm not worried about any of our strikers, to be honest. And we lose it.
Has he got the one goal this season? Did he get another one apart from Ipswich? I don't think he did. So that would mean, and how many games are we in? 15? I don't care or remember because this season's a shit show. But if he's on 1 in 15 and against Leicester, Lopetegui thinks Antonio.
He's the man.
I reckon Leicester game, Lopetegui will go Alvarez, Paqueta, Souček.
I thought you were just going to end it there. He will go. Which I was hoping for. Oh my God!
We're playing it around. 5-3s income. Oh no.
Just like simple passes, though. They're not even like ridiculous passes. But what are we saying here? World-class club and a world-class stadium. And Brent's on a wind-up.
Steve says the team needs time, not so much him. You can change the manager all you want. Yes, that is the best thing you said, Steve. Players need to form a team. And we need to sell some of it. We need to get rid of some of the players and get new players in to form a team of not old people. Keanu is missing Schumacher because he was like brooding and miserable. And people like men like that.
At least we saw him. At least he was in the country.
Vince says our passing accuracy is disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
Still 0-0 this half. So we are now 22 minutes in against the champions of being second place.
I'm going to jinx that. Saka's bombing
it's
in.
0-0. So in Lopetegui's press conference, he'll highlight the fact that we actually improved. Hooray, sliding tackle from Aaron Wan.
How many corners? What's the corners for Arsenal? 10 to 2 now.
He's cat food walking. What does that mean? As in he's crap?
Stinks.
Antonio was involved in all the Ipswich goals and scored one. I'm not sure if he was involved in Bowen's. And Bowen then set up Paqueta. I guess Antonio was there sliding in.
Corner comes in. Worried narrow corners. Cleared away.
I mean, can someone else be informative, please? Can someone else inform in the chat what's happening? Because this is fucking painful.
Alvarez is making a hazy run out to Soler, but then doesn't really follow up support. And then, luckily, we get away with Paqueta's forwards. Wan-Bissaka. It's all just so... They all run into the same space there. There's just no width, so bad pass goes through the keeper. Arsenal get the ball again.
Ings wasn't running. What's everyone having for dinner tonight? If we get some food chat going. I mean, this is cat food means he's dead meat. I mean, I think all meat, unless you're having like live octopus. You just say food.
I had a Wagamama's prawn firecracker for lunch, so I'm set for a bit.
You and your Wagamamas.
Oh, I do love a firecracker. Spicy.
I don't even really know what's happening in this game of football.
Christian, why are we so shit, lads? Like we've only got 20 odd minutes to unpack that. That's not going to be doable. That's a separate podcast, I think. So many.
I mean, when you're 5-2 down, still a surprising amount of people. Like people aren't really leaving the stadium, which I'm shocked at. The pain that people must be taking, sat there in the cold, waiting for 6-2.
And what time do you think it will really start emptying? It's got to be like 80, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have already left because it's just.
Could
yeah, nothing is happening. Arsenal dropped off and treating it like training. Yeah, that is the depressing part.
They're just passing it around at the moment, so it's just training ground stuff. Seeing this one out. So dinners, we've got pizza, Domino's. Danny, you can't just say Domino's. You've got to tell us what pizza you would have. And I don't think there's anything wrong with ham and pineapple.
Jeff is calling garlic bread garlic pizza. What made it pizza, Jeff? If it had the sauce and the cheese and a bit of garlic in the sauce, I think that's just pizza. Unless you absolutely slathered it.
Garlic pizza.
See, I like
Harry's.
I like that fish finger wrap.
Yeah, fish finger wrap, salad and hummus. I mean, get rid of the hummus, but gotta go with sweet chili in that.
Jamie and his brother Mike had a massage with his sausage.
Oh, Christ, that was nearly another goal. Luckily, Havertz is poor.
DC says, I'm suggesting he's not very good quality meat. Okay. Yeah, Danny's gone for the Dominoes. A bit suspect in terms of value for money. What you have to pay out for what you get. Ian Toner just says Chinese. What did you have? Prawn balls?
Yes, prawn balls rock.
As I say, my wife's Chinese, so I can say I'm going to have the number 69.
Mark Watson's having a very interesting one. He said he's having his mother-in-law for dinner tomorrow. So, does the missus know? Is this an open relationship? What's going on there?
That's why it says meat feast. Is that a meat feast pizza or a feast of?
Meat feast pizza.
Feast
Good
of
choice.
meat. I'm either having pizza or a gusto. The gusto thing's weird. All that Hello Fresh stuff. It's a bit weird.
No, I do. We do gusto 4 times a week.
4 times? Dear God. You want to get an affiliate link going?
It's cheaper than shopping. It's cheaper than going to Asda's. Trust me.
I think there's probably a Hello Fresh link below somewhere in the description. I don't know if we still do that or not. I think it was 60% off with Hammer's chat.
Corner. West Ham get a corner.
And Jeff says it's pizza made with garlic bread. But was that on a... Was that okay? So was that a baguette? Was that slice? It was that small slices off the baguette, or did you lengthwise the baguette and then like lengthwise a garlic bread baguette and put cheese on that?
Harry says balls to your sweet chili. Well, I say balls to your chickpea then. Nobody likes a chickpea. Ridiculous.
Have you tried dildo pizza? Oh, okay. No, I fell for that. Oh no, James. Yeah, James going for lasagna. Now I'd like to know more about that. Was it like homemade lasagna? I mean, homemade lasagna is one of those things that I can eat unlimited amounts. I've never stopped voluntarily. It has to be taken away. Billy Hernandez. William Hernandez says, I love some chips on a pizza. No, however, burger-wise, I discovered recently one of the best things to have in a topping on a homemade burger is Sainsbury's curly fries, because you get them nice and crispy. So it's kind of like having like crispy onions, but obviously the potato is better. So I love that. And also you can get some duck pate from wherever your famous supermarket, and then you spread that on top of the beef. So that's like a foie gras burger, but cheap.
Nick says Ings is a waste of a position. Well, so's Antonio. I mean, yeah, again, it's like choosing between Moyes and Loppy, and they're both bad choices, but
yeah. Just
what
all old, all useless, all stuck in the past. Jeff is having a bottle of rum. All right.
Bold. Big night in.
Fluffy's gonna treat the missus to a special Saturday. DC's going to be tucking in. Diet says goodbye to the diet. Yeah, Dave left the ground at half time. That is common sense move. So now Lewis has pointed out the contradiction. Lewis, I don't have to, just because I like something, I'm not one of these people that thinks that other people have to agree with me, right? We can all respect opinions. So I don't like that. But if you like it, as Norfie's obsessed with it, apparently, get 60% off in the chat below.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of HelloFresh. I'm a Gusto man. Gusto is much better than HelloFresh.
So we've tempted Sam Norris, close brother of Lando, onto the chat with his first ever comment for Food Chat because he likes puttanesca. Is that tomato sauce with capers? I think it is. Let's have a look. If it was puttanesca, I wondered if I was walking into a dildo chat there. Spaghetti alla puttanesca is a pasta dish, blah, blah. Yeah, capers, olives, anchovies. Nice. Yum. I don't know if anyone's been recently to the town of puttanesca. Brent says we have the penetration and attacking thrust of a 300 BC eunuch. The eunuchs.
Rice has been pretty poor in this game.
Oh, look at that. Homemade lasagna with crispy corners. I mean, that's the stuff of dreams. If you get it right, if you do it with, do you do red wine or white wine in the sauce? It's made me happy that.
Keta off and Irvine on. Game over.
So I won't read this. I got caught with dildo. I'm not reading out that. I don't know if you want to give that. I don't know if you want to get your toes on the screen, Northie, and read that. Oh my God, he says, were we that good last week or Newcastle that bad? I mean, different. We tried. We made effort and then Newcastle dropped off.
Yeah, they were poor.
Now we're back to just the setting standards thing. Manager doesn't set standards. He doesn't have a connection with the players where he can motivate or inspire them. Whether they should do that by themselves, I feel there's a separate discussion. But at the moment, we don't have a manager.
Someone said this earlier, Nick. Obviously, it's a free hit. But like if you lose 1-0, maybe 2-0, but to concede 5.
0-0 at half-time. 0-0 at half-time. James says we're having humble pie. Kind of, but
yeah,
we're always humble. We never think that we're going to be good. I don't really think. Lewis just said, chill out. I think I was quite chill. I think I very, very calmly explained that I had an opinion that should not impact others. So therefore, get 60% off HelloFresh. If you like destroying the environment.
Bissaka with the ball. We're getting a bit more of it. We're just not doing anything forward.
The idea of giving Andy Irving and Danny Ings more game time, just starting them. Just go mental. Start them the game. Hooray, we had a shot. Yay, 2 shots. Come on. Yay, 3 shots. Target. It was amazing. Dylan says lasagna is all about the ragu, like slow cook, filling 6 hours. I've heard of 3.5. When you say ragu, Dylan, does that mean you use beef mince or do you use, chopped up pork and beef pieces in the ragu? Sigma Mike Solo is going on about. If anyone cares to read that out loud.
James Gunn says, why not play Guilherme? We're not doing anything here. Give him 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, agreed.
BC is now obsessed with the siblings. I have a pizza advice for Sullivan, the quietest owner in the history of football.
Nothing happened here. It's Arsenal. Gabriel fouled on a halfway line. Soucek's just getting stuck in. Soufal's just getting stuck in.
Oh, God. 10 more minutes of this shit to go. Oh, God. Are we Leicester? Is it Tuesday? I mean, I'm 99.9% sure it is, but I've lost the will to live now. So, yeah, like I say, 8:15 Tuesday, and then all the way around till Monday for Wolves, 8 p.m. God, at home. That is dedication. Turning up to a home game after this.
Leicester and Wolves.
Dylan says, I've used and short rib, but I like to sneak a bunch of veggies in there. The veggies, yeah, like eat healthy, great, but I don't put them in. I mean, obviously with ragu, you're already talking a sofrito base anyway, so for me that's healthy enough in the lasagna journey. Kind of says pizza and Carmen inside as going for. Well, yeah, apples and cheese, acid and fat. That will work. Obviously, if I say acid and fat, that's basically tempting DC to come up with something about Keanu's sister at that point. Which you might say is irresponsible of me to encourage, but with 9 minutes left of this absolute pant-wettingly poo pile of a game.
Flags and Witch says, does one use both white and red wine on one's lasagna? Toodle pip chums. How my hammers have changed. Used to be pie and mash in my day if we were lucky. Yeah, pie and mash. It's all
I
about
don't
the
think
pie
there's
and mash.
anything. I don't think there's anything. I mean, I find it. What I'm laughing at is, I like the expectation that talking about just eating food and lasagna is like, it's like, you posh cunt. Look, you cook. What you got a wife for? How dare you?
Oh, come on, West Ham. Knocking it around, but it's just turning back.
Any
all the
chance from
time.
getting the chop? No, don't dream, Lewis.
Oh, Alvarez almost messed that up. Terrible crossing by Wan-Bissaka. Arsenal got the ball. The break, 2-on-2. Oh, what a great tackle there by Wan-Bissaka. That was superb.
Are we
Absolutely
winning shots on target in the second half? We might be drawing it.
And crappy.
Yeah, I'm with Jeff. I don't like mash. Why bother? Have a chip or have a jacket potato. Buy a jacket potato, put it in the oven for an hour. Lovely. Have anything on it. Butter, beans, chili, of course. But mash.
Love mash.
No.
Love it. Nice lumpy mash, just like Mum used to make.
T's Retros has had his roast a day early. Flag Sandwich is going to go mental. Having your roast a day early is anti-British. You woke bastard.
Have a sub for Arsenal.
Stop talking about food. We're watching West Ham chat, not cheese and ham chat. All right, let's talk about West Ham. It's 0-0 in the second half, and we're shooting. So yeah, Lopetegui's team talk must have worked. I feel like this is a joke. What is the best part of a Christmas dinner? And then DC is going to say Keanu's sister, but I think the answer really is
Mixing blanket.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do a roast. Because we're posh twats, so we do whatever we want.
Sushi.
Yeah, we do ahi tuna, a seared ahi tuna with caviar. Yeah, we just think of whatever. We just think of what do you want, and then we come up with a thing. I'm going to have a burger. I'm going to have a pulled pork burger with one of those potato cake things you get from Marks and Spencer, not the bubble and squeak ones. Well, I think they might be called potato cakes, not sure. So I'm going to do that. That goes on top of the pulled pork burger. Bliss. Lovely.
Ridiculous. No. I don't do turkey. That's one thing I don't do. Turkey's crap. If turkey was good, you'd eat it more than just one day a year. It's awful. Just don't buy into it.
Yeah, Dylan's gone for the West Ham TLDR, which if you don't know what that means, it means too long didn't read. Solomon hired the spud because he's cheap. Solomon won't fire him because he's cheap. Yeah. Is that goal? No, side netting.
No, side netting.
Still 0-0. Fucking Arsenal. You think you're big time, can't even beat West Ham in the second half.
Sterling lashed it, just went. Luckily for us, the outside of the post.
Fried egg sandwich, do you go ketchup or HP?
Oh, that's a mood thing. I mean, I prefer brown sauce. Definitely brown sauce when it's sausages, but on egg, go either.
Yeah, I agree with you. That is something I don't make my mind up until I've opened the fridge door and I let my gut instinct tell me what kind of day is it.
Just knocking it about West Ham, but going nowhere. Free kick.
I think Lewis he's bought someone in his family crap Christmas joke collection book, and he's just sitting at home just flicking through it. Jeff says, jacket potato, bit middle class of you. Really? Jacket potato? You just get a potato, put it in the oven, eat it, you middle class bastard. Jacket potato is now middle class.
Oh, this is it. Arsenal coming at us now. I've got to play it through at Sterling. Good covering.
Fabianski
out.
Please. Hooray, we tried. We tried black pudding. Yes,
No.
absolutely.
Nope.
Black pudding burger. The only reason I don't buy black pudding is because it's just nonsense. Like
No
when
black
you look
pudding.
at when you look at the labels and it's like red, 80% death, red, saturated fat, death. But a black pudding in a burger and with an egg, all day breakfast burger. I think I might do that for Christmas dinner after my pulled pork burger for lunch.
Jeff says turkey is a poor man's chicken. Agree.
Barry Krishva goes, he's either go for Daddy's sauce over HP or he's just going, Daddy's.
Arsenal free kick just on the edge of the box. What was Rodriguez doing there? Rubbish.
Okay, now 5 minutes more of this nonsense.
Yeah. Oh, please don't be a lot of extra time.
See, Jeff is so working class, he doesn't even like to say noodle because it's foreign food.
Hot noodle.
Jeff calls it immigrant food. And I say, Jeff, stop saying that. Come on, noodles are nice. And Jeff says, stop the... I was trying to come up with stop the boat, but a version of food. I couldn't do it.
Jorginho's just been an annoying idiot standing in front of the keeper. He's trying to sort out the wall.
Danny says your best sauce at Mackie D's used to be sweet and sour, but I stopped eating that.
Sweet curry. Sweet curry's banging.
Yeah, I don't eat it anymore.
Oh.
I just can't do it. It's just garbage.
What's yours, Danny? Is it sweet curry or something else?
It's just a waste of money. If in the last minute we want to get into what's wrong with society, it's McDonald's, because they always say it's like save a menu, $4.99. How's that save a menu? It's not going to fill anyone up. Buy a chicken.
Sterling winding up a free kick, just edge of the box, smashes it. Wide.
Well, that's the best thing that's happened today.
Which would save, because somebody said they was going to smash up their TV if Sterling scored. And that one went just wide.
Kazama's boasting about his place and chips. Lovely. Very nice. Bit of tartar sauce on that.
Not a fan of fish from Chippies. All batter.
Not a fan of fish from fish and chip places.
Battered sausage.
Okay, minutes ago. My God.
This has been the most
What's the game?
dull second half compared to the first, I think.
I mean, yeah, thank God. Otherwise, we'd be losing 10-4.
It's pretty much empty in the stadium now as well.
The fact it isn't. What are those people sat waiting for?
There's a lot of empty seats. Huh? They're waiting to boo. That's all they're doing, waiting to boo.
Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely correct, Mundo.
If Loppy doesn't have to be in the dugout, can he have left? Do you reckon he's gone at half time as well? Be allowed to.
Oh God, what's the Leicester score going to be? Do we bounce back, or do they get the new manager bounce?
I don't know. I mean, Leicester are a decent team. They do play some good stuff, but then they can be equally as bad. Or could be. Man, that should have been 6.
Even no matter how bad we are, I still think we can beat Leicester.
And we've got the players to beat them. I don't think we've got the managers to beat them, or the confidence. The confidence is shot. Can't string 2 passes together. Like the passing has been so bad today. Like simple passes as well, not cross-field balls. It's just slow. Could be another one. Wait, oh my God, has he missed that? That should have been 3-5. Danny Ings.
Oh, you put it the other side as well.
I know, yeah.
All the way across.
My God.
At least 5-3 might not look that bad.
Now, people are going to slate Danny Ings in the chat here, but he'd actually run for that. At least he's got there and gone for it. Antonio would have just given up, stood there with his hands on his hips. So that's what we need. I don't mind strikers missing it. Get in a position.
My word.
Yeah, well, what a donkey. People are saying he's a donkey, but he's got there. He's done more than Antonio did. still prefer him all day long over Antonio. There's 5 minutes of added on time, so there's 3.5 minutes to go.
I'm not sure if DC means a proprietary cheese mix, or if he's mistyped something. Are we mentally capable of writing this off? Yes. The players that we've got, I mean, dear God.
That's a good point actually. Mentally, how's this going to damage us?
You'd hope Kudus is, raring to go to prove himself.
He must be worried about coming back into this team.
James says Kudus is back playing straight away instead of Somerville. I mean, why not just play him up front? For the love of God. Why?
Yeah, why not? Why not try something? All of it. None of our strikers we've had we've had strikers that have not really been out and out strikers. So it doesn't seem to be how it works these days. So you might as well try somebody who's an attacking midfielder up front. Even like Bowen, Antonio, and not strikers, but can't solve that problem.
Who said 1 step forward, 15 back? Or is Jeff quoting himself?
Is that not a foul? Arsenal on the counter. Through it Sterling. 1-on-1 with Todibo. That's inside. That's inside too much. Slowed it up.
Okay, good. That would have been the final round.
Arsenal on the attack. Shoots, side netting. Bit greedy there from Jesus. Could have got that across.
Yeah, Hammeroli thinks Irving's okay. Don't understand why he never plays. Might as well give him time. Yes, DC did mean a proprietary mix of cheese and ham. And I think Jeff was quoting himself.
Yeah, Andy says, about 3 hours ago, people were saying Kudus doesn't get back into this team. What a difference a game makes. I don't know. Well, I don't know who was saying he shouldn't get back into this team. He's still one of our best players, if not him and Bowen, the best players we've got.
Bring it on, Beanie. Play Kudus up front. It just makes so much bloody sense. Flow to flow drainage. The result is in line where we are. Too bad to be good, too good to be bad. I think we're just quite bad with all the goals that we let in. I don't think it's all a blur now, but I don't think their goals, or any of their goals, what you could call good.
Saka's got 10 assists, the highest in the league at the moment.
Or they just handed the goals on a plate. What was the 5th goal? I have no idea.
That was the second penalty, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. So 2 penalties, free corner. Yeah. All the goals.
Yeah.
They didn't like. You could say the second. You could say the second was worked, but only if we don't mark any of their players in the 18-yard box. If we just don't do that. So basically, we deserve like 2-0 in this victory.
Yeah, Dave says we've defended a 5-2 loss. That's about right, isn't it? Really?
All right, fuck. Is that the game? Is that the game done? Is this just nonsense bullshit piece of my life done?
Game over. Thank
Okay,
God for
good.
that.
Thank you, everyone. Join us on Tuesday for more food chat. We won't be talking about West Ham because we're crap. So that is it. Stick around. You might need to switch on, refresh your YouTube to see what on earth Gio thinks about this bizarre, stupid game of football that I personally did not like at all.